Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We are here in episode 6. I can count 6. 6 of Dithra with 1001 Shards. We have some new people here. We're going to do a little bit of roll call because we have some new people. So let's get some claps for the new people here. Yeah.
Welcome.
School dance claps, but it'll work. We're gonna start with let's start with Mark today. Just give us a little bit about yourself. Nothing super crazy, and something you like, long walks on the beach. Just keep it simple.
I love long walks on the beach, especially on horseback without a shirt. I used to have longer hair. It was nicer then. Now my hair's a little shorter, so not as nice. But other than that, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say. I'm from Canada. That's maybe as unusual for you guys. I don't know.
Oh, geez.
Is that right? One of the founding member? Oh, wow. So I'm from Quebec, actually, which is the French part of Canada. And that's it, man. I just want to play some fantasy game and do some crazy stuff and roll some dice and have some fun and say some stupid things.
That'll work. Hey, we are professionals.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be dumb. Let other people know.
Omen,
right?
Double check your microphone. Make sure that we want to get a couple of quick sound checks here, just because we have a bunch of new people. So want to run through a quick sound.
We do it live, guys. One take. Right. Okay, so we do it live.
I got it. OBS wanted to reset it. You should hear me now.
Okay, cool. All right, so we appreciate that, Mark, the French Canadian himself, and we're gonna go over to the dice. Tell me, Kat, a little bit about yourself, all that jazz.
All right. Well, hi. Yes, I'm Kat, and I, of course, enjoy playing TTRPGs. Anyone that comes along, I go ahead and try. I think this is like the 11th one that I'm trying now. Love, role playing and all that good stuff. And then, in my free time, I'm always reading like fantasy books and sci-fi books and, enjoying different shows and whatnot, and drinking really good, fine, dry red wine.
Hey, sophisticated.
Usually I find mine in a bag in a box.
Yeah, Magnum 2020.
That's the best way to get it, man. 4 bottles for.
I love that.
All right. Well, we're going over next last but certainly not least, our last new player here, Tim. Give a little short description of yourself, my good man.
Hello. I am a father of 2 and a longtime player of RPGs on the tabletop and otherwise. Started with the Nightmare of Thaco and AD&D back in the day. And as the beard grew, so did my taste as RPGs. So I'm very curious to try out Knave, or at least Knave adjacent, as I've been told this is. I'm excited to get started. Yeah,
we kept all the bits we liked, and we adjusted stuff along the way, and we will continue to adjust them as we go. But so this is Dithra, and because you have new players, I'm gonna go over the spiel here. This is kind of almost like a journaling purpose for like people that are trying to get into the system, to say that like to try to introduce people in the OSR game. So I have some handouts here, guys, that we can kind of go through quickly. It shouldn't take them like 6 seconds, guys, I promise. So you won't need to give your parents permission slip to sign these. But basically, a couple things that is different from Knave, since you guys are already pretty much read it. But key things are professions. Did y'all see that pop up on Roll20? If not, let me know.
Yep, yeah. I've got it.
All right, so these are all the professions. These replace essentially backgrounds. And there actually is alchemist. I forgot. But yeah, so these are just basically the basic profession that we have right now. It expands it. That kind of gives a lot more feel and control of kind of what you do as far as your character, at least when making it and how you progress. So that changes backgrounds. One of the big things that are different from Knave is that you don't start out with anything. So think of games like Elder Scroll, where you're like literally a prisoner. You start out with pretty much nothing. But I do want to go over some expectations. All of you guys, this OSR games, if you're new to them, if you're not, this should be very, very familiar to you. So, these are player expectations. I said them before, and I'll say them again. Nothing will be handed to you. This is big. In games like Pathfinder 2e and D&D, you start off as like the strongest of your family, area, gang, whatever like that, and you go off and be an adventurer. You are, like I said before, either like the third son of a farmer or daughter of a farmer. You are, the town beggar's third cousin. You are an ordinary individual that are trying to do extraordinary things. 2, the game is not fair. What this means is that I do not balance encounters for the party. It is just things that are in the world. You can ask the players that played last week. The encounter they fought was not fair. They had to make it work for what they had. Like in life, sometimes you have to make shit happen. Yeah, that's one of the key things. 3, any power you take must be taken from its previous owners or from its previous location. This ties in closely with the style of nothing is handed to you. No one starts off with like these super wondrous class feats or like fireballs or ninja stars or tornado kicks. You got to earn it. And if you want to find it, you probably got to take it from the guy who had it. 4, lethality is very high. This is an OSR style game, OSR adjacent, but what we didn't keep adjacent is the lethality game. The game is very lethal. An example is these people playing today were making 2 characters at the same time because most likely somebody will die. It's nothing that I want to happen. It's not a weird fantasy, but these things occur. And instead too, also because the game isn't fair, you guys can just walk around and just rumple something. If you get powerful enough, it's rare, but it can happen. And me, 6, I think I spoke about this with Kat and Tim, but yeah, I'm not really like a storyteller in a more traditional heroic fantasy sense of the word. I'm more of a referee / arbiter. I just inferred with the rules and kind of basically procedurally generate events for you guys to do as you guys advance through the world. And 7 is the biggest draw to the game itself and games like it. The game is free. You can do whatever you want to do. And with that freedom, like Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. Because you are free does not mean that you don't have things you need to do, like eating, surviving, thriving. So if you want to eat tomorrow, you can be as free as you want to be. You can be a starving artist and not eat, but you eventually will die. So that's just expectations for you guys. Is all that clear? Anything you want to ask about that? Anything like that I can make a little bit clearer if you need me to? Yeah. Yay, nay, maybe nay.
So what you're saying is we all get participation trophies and everything's okay and we're gonna be fine.
Oh, I love it, dude. Just listen, just
and you're wearing the red shirt.
Yes.
Just come to the game.
You may have a
first place drive.
Yeah, we're on I think we're on our 3rd or 4th characters. Eventually they stick, but
yeah, they do. It's just like sometimes things do happen. So, so this a bit of the rules here, guys. That's pretty much a little kind of intro there. But also, yeah, hold on. Before I get to the rules, let's talk about the world. I'm not gonna lore dump you guys, but this is pretty important. There are 4 races in the game of humans. Humans and non-humans are not the same race.
Well, regional cultures, I guess, is probably a better way to say it.
Culture, but like ethnicities is probably better, right? Because race is like different people. Ethnicities.
Yeah.
Ethno-cultural.
Identities. Ethno-cultural identities. We're not professors, but
we're not on Twitter, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Okay,
and we made it extremely complicated. Northerners, Westerners, Easterners, Southerners.
And to be clear, I will say this before we go any further. These are cultural ties to their identity. This is not racially tied and ingrained into their physical being. This is a cultural thing. For everybody on Twitter, breathe.
Yeah,
We'll
and,
get through this together.
and they're large brushstrokes. Obviously, if
Yes,
you're a
not
Westerner,
everybody.
you don't have to adhere to any of this stuff at all.
No, at all. No, this is just that what you can expect or what the average person thinks of a Westerner, basically. So we'll go through the list here really quickly. Like I said, Westerners are known for their ruddy hair and fair skin with their strawberry blonde hair. These people are from a temperate, large forest continent that has large deposits of clay and bronze, exporting large amounts of foods, clayworks, and lumber. So essentially, what's interesting about them is that they are ruled by a theocracy, a three-person council, the mother, the father, and the son or daughter, depending on who's running the council. And they're known for their agricultural stonework and lumber. These are some of the values that people think when they think of Westerners in general. They're very religious. They are ruled by a theocracy that is tied to the creator god, so that they're really tolerant of other people, kind of, because they like to proselytize. Scholarly, they seek out rare relics to combine them together to recreate the fallen god, so that'd be pretty smart. Enigmatic, people don't really understand the custom that they follow. They're kind of strange. Hedonistic, they throw very wild and eccentric parties when they do throw them in their festivals, and they're individualistic. They believe in the individual coming together and doing it like they do over a really strong familial kind of system in general, en masse. Anyone that plays a Westerner, and you can break any of these rules, is just kind of just their cultural identity. Next, we have Easterners. All right, so Easterners / Islanders are from a large archipelago that is just northeast of the southern and northern empires or continents. They are ruled by a triumvirate formed from the strongest 3 admirals of these islands. On these islands, they grow ironbark trees, which they form their ships from. They are very durable, but being exceptionally light, and they only grow on these islands. So some of the things they're known for, they're very short, long jet black hair, stockier builds, but here's some of the kind of cultural traits. Industrious.
I'll link the world map for you guys here. I'm building out a world anvil, but there's a link for y'all if you want to take a look.
Right. And okay, so some of their cultural identity ties are they're industrious, which means that they love to build ships. It's kind of something that they're culturally identified with, so that's something that's super important to them as a culture. Adventurous. Once they build their ships, they want to seek out and do stuff with their ships. Opportunistic. Once they seek out stuff with their ships, they want to take the stuff so they can make bigger stuff with their ships. Short-tempered. People that stop them from doing this, they get really angry about it. Manipulative and treacherous. If they can't beat you in a fight, they'll find a way to sabotage your ship, to take your ship to make a bigger ship. A lot of it ties in with ships, because that's kind of their cultural identity, because they're really island based. So that's kind of the Easterners / Islanders. So kind of there. Next, we're going down to the Southerners. The Southerners are chestnut-skinned people with short, coarse hair. They're ruled by a kind of emperor kind of system. They're known for their massive metropolises, surrounding islands, and massive amount of iron, large amount of iron depots. These people are very skilled in survival and crafting, using whatever thing they can find in these hardy savanna, steppe, desert-like environments to survive. Something that is really interesting about them is that they have a militaristic empire. That means that may the strongest survive, and those that can't survive in the desert don't make it. They're communal. Because of the very little amount of resources in this desert-like environment, the only way to survive is to survive together. Hardy. They're very tough people. Surviving in a hostile desert environment that has dinosaurs, they exist there, is really hard to do if you're lacking of physical strength. Resourceful. They use what they have to get what they need. Draconic, because of the lack of resources, people that take them or manipulate them in really crude and brutish fashions get dealt harshly. Xenophobic, seeing that they encounter very little other people because of the desert, miles of desert between different cities, they tend to be distrustful of people because they don't see very many people. Greedy, because there's very little resources, those that hoard them and have them accumulate great wealth and status. And that is something that is tied to their cultural identity. That doesn't mean you have to be greedy to be a Southerner. It's something that they identify with, something that identifies them culturally. Lastly, but certainly not least, you have Northerners. Northerners are pretty much, so the North is a large tundra kind of taiga environment where these people live in a very nomadic lifestyle and tribes. These people have long black hair, almond-shaped eyes, and they're massive. On average, the males are about 6'2", 6'3". The females are about 5'10", 5'11". They're very big people. They ride on the back of wargs, which are basically wolves in this environment. They wear heavy clothes, and they're extremely warlike. They seek, because they hunt and track down large game in these tundras, they deal with the conflict of other tribes trying to hunt down the same game. That ties into warlike. Because they're trying to fight for game trails, they tend to be very aggressive and fight each other for them. Sadistic. They love to fight. And whoever has the best strategy to fight typically wins. So they will employ the most effective tactics to win. And some of these can be very sadistic. Hardy, similar to Southern people, surviving in a very cold environment with a cold and frozen environment is very difficult. And if you're not physically strong, you cannot make it. Brave. Because the strong survives, and this place right here, if you're able to fight and make it through these super harsh environments, you got to be a pretty brave person because you're fighting not only your own people, but the threats that live out there in these frozen tundras. Traditionalistic or traditional. They have a very traditional kind of mindset when it comes to gender norms and traditional roles. So think of things like, your classic traditionalistic values. So whatever that means to you is probably accurate. They're also religious. They also venerate and worship wolves or wargs that they kind of live with. So that's just kind of the people there. I didn't want to lore dump you there, but these are one of the four races these are all the races that exist. So, obviously you guys are one of these races. So we're going to go now over to character rules and start building characters. All right. So, so in the top right-hand corner, you should see a newspaper, like right in the center between the musical note and the pictures.
Well, how new is everybody? Does everyone know how to use Roll20?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I think Tim's pretty new.
Just like the basic fundamentals.
Okay.
I was showing Tim before.
Cool.
Yeah, I actually just ran like my third or fourth session today earlier. So, but it went without a hitch. So as far as character creation, before I was just using Beyond 20, but with this, it should just take me a second to get up to speed.
Character creation is super easy.
It's so easy, it's insane, guys.
Yeah, it's literally 11D 20.
Random. So
yeah, so in the top right hand corner you should see the journal, which is the third. You see like the chat, art, library. So it's the third one in the top right hand corner. It looks like a newspaper. Once you click on that, you should be able to scroll down. Let me know if everybody finds that.
Yes. Yeah. I found there's two characters for us already with names.
We've got it.
Yep.
Well, it should be two character sheets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You'll be able to change this stuff in there once you're
right. So click on any one of your two characters, and then we're gonna start from there. So and I'll just give I'll give John and Jay another sheet just to follow along because it's always fun to make characters, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So
Never know when you're gonna need it.
never know when you're gonna need it. Isn't that true? All right, here we go. So John, I got you right here. Okay.
Cool.
It's Ilfe lead and Jay, I got you is Dunkeef Doberman. Dokerlin. And 3. All right, there you go. All right.
Hey.
So all right. So did everybody find their character sheets?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cool. So now we're gonna get to some of the rules here now. All right. So wrong one. So this is Nave or Nave adjacent, things like that. So I'm looking for actually. So character creation is random as far as like just your physical attributes. And kind of so that way, one, because the game is very deadly, so you can probably die. So if you spend 40 minutes making a character that really suck, you have to keep doing that over and over and over again. So character creation is pretty fast.
And you're just born with what you got. That's how it worked.
Yep.
When I came
So I want you to go back to the chat tab. So the first one on the right hand corner. Go all the way down to right and in the chat box. And I want you to type /R space 11D20. Hit enter. Like so.
This usually is much smoother. Someone can help you out. So this would just be your rollable traits in gear, which is also a handout. And we just start top to bottom, and you're randomly assigned that. Really, the only customization you get is where you're from, what region, and so I guess we can start at the top.
Right. So let's start at the top. Basically, does everybody see the rollable traits and gear handout like pop up in front of you guys, or no?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So everyone can follow along here. So let's start with Mark here.
Yep.
So we put all these things here right in the notes and background section.
Yeah.
So you got an 8 for your first roll. So
He's ripped.
He's ripped.
Yeah.
Just like in real life.
Yeah.
Like I wish.
Wish too. Kind of pudgy right now. Elongated. So your face, you have an elongated face, but you're pretty ripped. So you got that plank face, I guess. And you got
Rough
14,
skin.
rough skin.
Yep.
Rough.
Yeah. And then 9, you have frizzled hair.
Frizzy hair.
You got that Bill Nye the Science Guy cut right now. And 20 is
Undersized clothing.
See where the tight underbody
To go with
shirts are.
my ripped physique.
Yeah, those tight
Yes.
shirts.
He
those
just
tight body shirts.
he just ripped out of it Hulk style.
Yeah.
Ripped guy in a little coat.
Yeah. And then for virtue, you're gonna have curious. You're curious. For 10, you have John.
Irascible.
There we go. English lit.
Uses easily angered, basically.
Wait, it's
Short fuse.
Oh,
Yep.
vice is here. Irascible. Yes.
All right. And that's gonna be the word of the day right there. Irascible.
I can't. I'm looking forward to how you're gonna run the speech.
Yep, and then you have a
Which
flowery
one is it?
speech too.
Seven?
Flowery speech.
Oh.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Flowery, is it like complimentary?
I think you get to determine however
You get it
want
sorted
to be.
No.
Exactly. It'll just be interesting to
Like
see how you
Congress.
take that one.
You're like a judge, man. You interpret
This
one
really
officially how you
ripped guy with this flowery speech.
want.
Yes.
Yeah. Very nice. And then you have, and that's another 9. You are a explorer.
Mm-hmm.
You're an explorer. Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, they've got some pretty cool skills. Check that out in the professions. You
Yeah,
start
and
as a
I'll pop it
novice.
up.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
if
have
you're
a
an
look.
explorer, you got to have a talking map to start with. I mean, that should go without saying.
Backpack. Shout out to if you know, you know. Then misfortune, you're exiled. You're an exiled explorer.
Wow.
Nope.
No.
You skipped one. He's
Is that-
disowned.
Oh,
Nope, 9. He's
Oh.
disowned.
oh. Huh? Oh yes. Okay, it's 2 nouns. Yes. Sorry. And then you're neutral.
Neutral for alignment. Yeah.
Neutrality.
Okay.
So you tend toward neutrality. There isn't.
Yep.
However you determine that.
All right.
That's good.
And you can pick whatever race. I mean, ethno-cultural, whatever.
So
race
I
you
will
pick.
say, I'll say you can pick what. Yeah, you can pick whichever of the
Ancestry.
4.
But we have rolled every single
We
time.
have rolled with
peer
in
pressure,
the past.
peer pressure.
If you want to do it, just roll a D4.
A
If you decide
D4?
you want to roll for it, you just roll a
Or
D4,
just pick one.
and or you
Yeah,
can
no,
pick
I
one. It's
don't
up to
mind.
you.
4. What's 4?
Or you're a northerner.
That's what I already wrote that. So there you
It
go,
was
man.
destined to be.
We the North. I'm up
Right.
for it.
All right, that'll do. All right, so
Fellow
next.
Northerner, apparently.
All right, we're gonna find out. So Tim, so in your background, we're gonna get started. Section of your character sheet. Let's start out with 5. Your character, as far as build,
He's
you have
gaunt.
a gaunt. Very
Gaunt.
lean, sickly even maybe. And then we're gonna go from gaunt to 18. You have a square face. You got that square jaw. You got that.
Square and gaunt. Nice.
After that, you have a battle scar on your skin somewhere.
Probably on my square face.
There you go. And then as far as hair, you have filthy hair. Dirty, it's nasty, it's matted. Ball gang. Hey, just wait a moment, I'll be back. Going past your filthy hair, we're gonna go next over to your clothing. You have livery clothing. John.
It's like I guess livery would be like a military uniform, whatever that looks like for the Northerners. They don't have an official, but they're warriors, so I guess a warrior garb.
Yeah, a warrior garb.
So would that then be akin to those above the wall in that horrible show that shall not be named? 3 words. Y'all know it.
Not exactly. They're closer to I guess like skins and pelts and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just
Yeah.
in terms of like, they're not going to have much more than hide.
Like wildling.
But
wildling.
their culture does have skilled leather workers and stuff. So it's not like they're just wild like the wildlings. It's a little bit more. They're nomadic. Think like
almost like Vikings, where it's because Vikings had like skilled ironwork. I mean, they're not Vikings.
Yeah.
or the Mongols or any nomadic.
they're warlike people, because warlike people were surprisingly really good at building warlike stuff. So there you go. There, so library clothing, and that was 14. Let's go over to virtue. You are merciful. Interesting. In your vice, cowardly. Interesting.
Put them up.
Really-
Put them up.
Come on, man. Come on, dude. Stop holding me back, bro. Listen, don't hold me
Yep.
back. And 17, your speech is slow. You get that Forrest Gump. You get that Mice and Men. I forget the big dude, but he.
Mama said it
Winnie?
was a magic battle
Yeah.
axe.
Well,
Mama said.
slow could just be. I don't know. You're forming your words very carefully, meticulous.
I mean, that's true too, but like, what are
Yes.
you?
It's not his intelligence is slow. It's
No,
his
no, no.
speech.
Hey,
No.
But if that's how you want to
I
play it.
just really
Do
Yeah, you can
want
do the William
to
understand?
make sure that we have an
Yes.
Do
Yes.
you understand the words that are coming out of
I was thinking maybe like the William Shatner approach.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my
There's
god.
something
Yeah.
on the wing.
Stop.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going anywhere near it
Yeah.
because I'm a coward.
And not just stare at the screen and just look mysterious for a second, then go back to speaking. But yes, so you have a really slow term of speech, and then your profession. Like I said, you didn't want to be an alchemist, but it said you wrote up a pickpocket.
Yes.
17
Yes.
is slow for speech. 18 is soldier.
Oh, you're a soldier. Okay.
Oh.
I can't read. So I'm on this level 2, guys. I'm working to get to level 3 is tough, man.
You're a soldier.
Yeah, you're a soldier. And then we're gonna go over to number 5. That is cursed. You're cursed, man. Whatever your curse is that you're carrying, maybe you're unlucky, maybe you're broke. Maybe you can't have
Maybe
friends.
it's why I have a big scar on my square face.
Yeah.
You know, scarf curses. Lastly, but certainly not least, is your alignment. You are also neutral as well, or neutrality, but it's neutral. That, like I said, it's up to you how you interpret that. Of course, you don't have to be beholden at it because your alignment can change. And I'm not holding people to alignment because humans are mostly neutral anyway. So, whatevs.
Well, neutral, if I'm a coward, I'm pretty much just an equal opportunity wimp. Like, I'll run from anything.
That'll work. And now, like I said, you can be from the north. You can choose to roll. That's your decision. I don't care. Whatever's clever. You roll the northern as well. Yeehaw. We got some north. It's funny because that's John. I think John's gonna get that, but that's funny. So next we have. Let's go with Cat here. Gonna be interesting. Cracks Knuckles. Cracks Knuckles. All right. So, as far as your physique, 11, you are short. You're short. And then next, we're gonna go over to 14. You have a round face. Short and a round face.
Short round.
All right. And then for 15, as far as skin, you have sallow skin. Sucking Janice. Is that right? Janice Sallow? Right?
Jaundice?
Jaundice?
Jaundice.
Yes.
And he can get you in a Billy blanket.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna stop. Some of my pronunciation is like it's a little off, guys. I'm sorry. Public school education.
My mama once said that I was educated.
Educated, guys. Click on pause. I'm working on it, guys. So 19. You have wavy. No. Yes, wavy hair.
Got that wavy hair.
Yes. There you go. 8. Your clothing is filthy. Ooh. It makes sense in this context that you haven't played in because yeah. That being said, and then going further, your virtue is,
what was that?
Your clothing is filthy, and your virtue is humble.
Okay.
Okay, and then your vice is nervous. So you're like a nervous wreck, but very humble about it. And then your speech is precise, which is interesting about being nervous because usually they stutter, but you're very precisely nervous. Okay. Okay. And then 4 for your profession, you're a blacksmith. You're a short blacksmith. Okay.
Short,
I was saying that was
round,
one of the things I wanted to be.
sallow-skinned blacksmith. That's a great combination.
Of some that's something for sure.
That's how we all start. It's not where you end.
Yep. Yeah, it's not where you. It's where you start, not where you end.
There you go. No, we're not hurricanes around here. We're like a smooth, quiet storm. Okay. So 6 defrauded. So that's your misfortune. So you're a defrauded blacksmith. Interesting. And your alignment is also neutral as well. All right, and I want to do a scene in them, but I think y'all can do it yourself because we got to do the second characters. All right, so
Yeah, I already did him, so it's all good. I just gotta roll the
Thank
D4.
all right.
Oh, yeah,
And
and then-
now, Kat. If you want to roll, you can choose. You can roll for your ethnic, whatever. So you can roll D4, or you can choose whatever you like. That's your
Okay.
choice.
I think I'm just gonna roll and just have it be random.
Hey, so we've all been doing, but I give you the
That's what we've been doing.
I give you the option.
Another northerner. Yep.
Another northerner. Oh my god.
Bro, the game is racist, bro.
The
game is racist, Scott.
we're going to be the northern wind.
The northern wind. Like,
Or the Northern Lights.
That too.
It's so funny because there are the least amount of northerners in this region here, like the least amount.
This is all of them right here.
Well, yeah, they're on the same boat.
Yeah,
they're all on the same boat.
Yep, it makes sense.
Together.
That'll work. So now that the first character's done, as far as this basic action. Oh no.
Actually, Val, I'm just going to keep my my character that I already had from the one shot.
Well, you need to use your character. Not your character gone. Because we're continuing.
No, I mean for the creation. I'm just gonna. It's already there. I won't.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so now we're gonna get into essentially ability scores for our characters. This is the most trickiest part. It's kind of weird how they do it.
It's not intuitive, yeah.
At all, but
no, I saw.
Yeah, but once you do it one time, it's pretty simple. So essentially, we're gonna start with strength. I want everybody to say we like how you did 11d20 /r space 3d6.
So I have +2.
So you would think, mark it plus yes. So so what it is on your sheets. So whatever the lowest number you rolled of those three numbers. So for Mark it'd be 2, Tim would be 1, Cat would be 2. For the bonus, put in 10 plus whatever number you rolled.
Yeah. 10 plus your lowest dice out of 3.
Yep. So for Tim it'd be an 11, Mark it'd be 12, Cat it'd be 12. And then you continue to do that for the rest of your ability scores.
In order, just
yes.
Yeah, it's in order, just straight
Ooh.
across.
Oh
What the
my
heck?
God, Scoobs, is that a dude?
Well, Asim doesn't want to die, but
Yes, but if you do die,
No, he doesn't.
But
But
if
if
he
he
does,
does,
then-
I'll take that one.
and that's
Adding
in
the-
Dex too. That's not bad.
The 2 to all of them? I'm not quite sure I understand.
No,
So
I have
you just
12 across the
you
board.
roll. Yeah, so you roll,
Okay, you roll and roll.
and you're gonna roll it 6 times, and then you take the
Okay.
lowest one of each of
Now
those
I
6.
got yeah.
hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
hey, we learn together. No one's had to battle, as someone said.
There's a 1.
So the cool thing is no matter what, you're gonna have a 1
Somewhere.
Right.
minimum
Mhm.
of 1.
Yeah,
I've
and then it
got
just goes
2
up
on every. I've got 12 on every stat.
There you go.
Hey, above average, man. You know, listen, we're rolling up.
Yep.
I'm
I mean,
not
this
mad.
honestly, it says in this game that this is set up to where at level 1,
Oh, there's a
Whoa.
big one.
God,
There's a
very
5.
rare to have like. There you go. It's rare to have more than one stat that's above a 1.
Well, yeah,
Bonus.
rolling 3 dice 6 like this, man. You have to be really lucky.
Yeah.
Really,
Like
really
my
good.
like my 666, that was lucky as all get out.
Yeah,
to
that
have
was
a 6.
crazy lucky.
5, 5,
Oh my
6,
God.
5, 6.
You
What?
can end,
2.
but the max stat is still +10. It doesn't matter. So when you're level 6,
Yep.
like you're capped.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
even before that, level 4, you'll be 5, right? It's +1 every level.
Well, it's not +1 across the board. It's you get to pick.
Oh yeah, you pick
every-
3. That's right.
You pick
Mhm.
3 of the different.
And they have to be
stats.
different. You can't do 3.
Right,
and they
but
have
it's
to
a
be
huge
different, yeah.
advantage on a character level 1 for that stat for you. I mean, man. Yeah.
This is
Wow.
true, but he also has like 8 HP. He also just died.
That is the
Yeah, that's well.
and
That's
Yeah.
the thing we haven't rolled yet is our HP. You got to roll a D8 and find
there's
out
no bonuses
HP
for
for the
that.
character.
at
It's
all.
Do
just
you
a
allow
D8.
reroll under 5, or do you say if you roll lower than 5, it's 5 and that's it? Or
No.
you bet your dice?
No, it's
If they
whatever
die,
you roll is what you get.
Oh shit! Okay,
Whatever
You get
you
a-
roll,
So
Chip.
I have 3 HP.
so I can be ripped but have 1 HP.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're
listen.
just
Yep.
unlucky. Oh, there she goes.
Cat-
Hey,
HP,
there's a
let's
good
go.
one. There we
Holy
go.
shit.
She's hardy.
Cat, she's a blacksmith, guy. So of
She's
course
a
it
hardy
works out.
blacksmith.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's
Damn, Mark, you're
Okay.
like the dude. So like, Mark is like ripped, but he's like Chrome disease ripped. He is like, he's,
That is not gonna go well.
This guy's done, dude. This guy's like,
No fighting for me.
He's like, guys,
Well, so
I'm
that's
6'1",
the
but
whole
I'm like 140 pounds.
that's the whole thing about this is if you go back, and unfortunately I wish that Omen's voice was on more of the recording, but we spent what I mean, if we were to, I don't know if you're going to go back and do a recap about
Yeah.
last week at Val, but we spent probably 2 hours planning for our encounter,
Yep.
for the encounter
That's-
to take
like
less
5
than 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty quick.
Yeah. When it says things are unbalanced, you should be tipping everything in your favor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Obviously,
Yeah.
it's a game of where you have to find the advantages, basically. Otherwise, you can't just ream your way through and Leroy Jenkins this shit. You'll
Yeah,
die.
exactly.
You will die. 100%. I figured that out real quick.
Well, just be unlucky too. A nat 20. It's like,
Yes,
all right.
unlucky.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah.
John,
Like-
John
like
lit
That was
Don's
my
first
first character.
character. John picked up. He's like, hold on, I got like 7 HP. I'm good. Walks over there, crits. It's
Nat
like,
20, dead.
awesome. Awesome. You know,
you got nat
also,
22 right after me. So
Right afterwards, I did. I got nat 20. The only difference was instead of him rolling a 4, he rolled a 1, so it was only 2 instead of 8.
yeah.
It was hilarious. No, but also too, what we do is that's cool. That's different than like Knave is similar to Pathfinder. Crits happen if you roll 10 or higher above somebody's AC. So they don't happen on nat 20s.
Oh,
They
it's
also-
on the spread, not necessarily on the
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a nat
That's actually
20,
smart.
we've
It's-
been
yeah.
playing it still. A nat 20 is a nat 20 no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
no
Like
matter
if you roll a natural nat 20, it's a nat
Just-
20, but
yeah.
otherwise you can still crit.
On DCs, on attacks and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
That-
No,
that's
somebody-
good, actually. I like that.
yeah, it's really intuitive and it makes when you roll high and mean something.
Yep.
Than just
Yeah.
rolling high just for the sake of it.
Yeah, I hate that in D&D when you hit like way above their AC. Doesn't
It's
matter.
nothing. Doesn't matter. You just hit them cooler.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All right. So let me know, like I said, when everybody finishes their ability scores, stuff like that. No rush on that. So I want to make sure we get that down, all that good to go. So that way, all that's really
Yeah, I'm
buttery
done.
smooth. And
Can
then
you do the 2 characters now, or would you
yeah,
just do
the
one?
same time. Yeah, this you can
This
go ahead
one,
and
you
get
guys just do it on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Should
go
be
ahead
cool.
and roll through
Yeah.
making your second character.
Mhm.
Sweet.
If you need help, we're here, guys. We work here part time. You know, give out snacks, 15-minute potty breaks if you need them.
Get situated. And then once they're done, do we start off with just a quick recap?
Yes. Yeah. So while they're doing second characters, we can do recap
Well,
right now. Right.
their attention
Yeah.
split.
Yeah, but like it's more for the party because it doesn't really matter because how we end up.
No, I mean, like, I can't read and also listen at the same time.
Oh,
They might be, but I certainly cannot.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting here like, yo, what do you mean? What do you mean you can't do this thing? Like, like fucking, like
I
a
try.
technique over here. I think that's the ADHD or something. Superpower is I can just multitask, kind of, but like, and then it just falls apart. But,
The retention is not there. I get a little bit. I
Yeah, a
try that
little
when
bit.
reading, the TV's on. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, like
How
no,
did we
but
get
like
here?
Oh shit.
I'll say this though, like it might be weird, but I can like play a game and like listen to an audiobook and like be like totally coherent. Like I can do both. It'll be fine.
It's impressive.
I'm not-
Ooh, cat with whatever that stat is.
Oh,
It's a nice stat
good
line.
lord. I mean he's pretty good all the way around. That's 13, 12, 15.
Also, one thing that is different, wisdom is what determines ranged attacks.
Attacks, not dex.
Yep.
Strength does not add to damage; it's just to hit.
So, like I said, if you want to like obviously like do more warrior stuff, there's trainers in the world. You have to find them. We guys have to worry about that for a while because you guys are broke.
Not wrong there.
Yeah, and there's you don't have to fight monsters in the world. Experience takes the form of currency, so you could just pick up a trade and make money. Yeah.
Yeah, you know
that's true.
This is very true.
So some of the professions, like a butcher, it's not unimportant. You can make money, good money, and level up
like,
that way.
Especially like if you combine it with things like survivalist or a hunter, if you can hunt what you kill and then butcher very effectively, you can get some serious money going. And money is experience, like in all things. So the more money you make, like a blacksmith, if you apprentice at the local blacksmith doing some work, you gain experience also from doing the activity, but also money that you gain from that you also gain as experience as well. So this so that way like you can kill stuff, but you don't have to gain experience because a blacksmith also gains experience doing their job because it's a job. So all that stuff. This is gonna be pretty cool. Pretty cool, guys. I'm excited. And for guys that's watching or people that are watching at home and all that stuff, I'm not gonna lie. Getting people, up and started in Nave is fairly quick, and I mean exceptionally quick, honestly, in my opinion.
And if you come from 5e, a lot of the stuff carries over.
Oh, absolutely.
Or any.
And if you really think about it, we're 40 minutes into the stream, and we pretty much have almost dual characters for everybody set up. Like
also the introductions and stuff like that too. So this is like 15 minutes, like max.
That's what's nice about it. You don't have to think so deep sometimes. Though I mean, sometimes it's cool to think really deep about a character's background and all that. Like, but sometimes it's cool to just be able to go, "Hey, let's go play." Click, 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 click. Okay, I got a character. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I know a lot of people. The role play aspect really it's just you taking it and the character comes alive with your actions, and I think that's kind of the difference between a preloaded backstory where you have anime flashbacks when I was a child living in the streets of blah blah blah,
or
versus literally making your backstory in game.
I mean, for me though, I think it's like. I thought as well too. Like, I don't like the predetermination of like heroic fantasy games at this point. Of like, you guys were gathered here as heroes of the realm. To your father was a long lost swordsman, and then your brother is a knight. Like, dude, okay, like.
It's fun. It just.
I don't say anymore.
I've
just done it so much at this point. I don't want to do it again, at least in the foreseeable future. I wanna be a knave, or I want to see you guys be knaves and do cool navy stuff.
Like, a lot of it is it depends, I think, on
like manufacture and sell drugs and
right.
Beat up.
Yeah, beat up people.
Hey, bash someone in the face and then
hoodlum.
Give them to a crazy dude to grow mushrooms on.
Yeah.
That's
that line was unfortunately crossed.
He's like, hey, mister, I have to listen to you.
I don't think that's how that went
down. Don't pull a knife on me.
He's like, don't push me, Paul.
Don't push the button. Don't push the button.
Oh my Atlanta. Hey, we have good times over here. We have drug dealers, and we have entertainers, guys. So far, that's what we got. But man, it's interesting. I'll say this. And the moments have been like Combat Man, when it has happened, has been like so intense.
It's intense and very dramatic. I like the speed.
It's been pointed though, like it's really cool to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so great because like, I'm so used to like if you combat like, combat 5e is almost like a narrative point. Is like to keep people interested and like to roll dice, but it's not never, but sometimes it just feels like monotonous. Like okay, like we're not gonna lose, so like why are we doing this kind of thing? At least to
Healing
me.
word. Healing word. Healing word.
Stop! We're getting flashbacks. Not the healing word you train. Yes. Like choo choo. Come on, bud. You're not going down. Healing word. I got you, buddy. Hold on. That's your friend over there dying. Give it a dragon breath for 270 damage. Don't worry. Healing word. It's fine. Take a power off. But like,
You need to know what 3 is a Westerner.
And then art, they need to get tokens situated.
Right. So if you have art for your characters, let me know. If not, I can supply the art. I have
Metric shit done.
A metric shit ton of art. Of all
I just
flavors and
put a
varieties.
face on it, man. I don't care.
All right, because like I said, I don't care.
That's
about
why you'll
characters.
notice. That's why you'll notice a lot of characters in Knave have like one word names. It's not like.
That's also partially for Val for pronunciation.
Because yes,
if you say lethicality one more time, I'm like, what is?
Lethality. That's it.
Ooh.
Lethality, right? Yes, that's it, right?
Yeah,
Lethality, yeah.
That's not what you said. I don't know what you said. That wasn't it. But it's all up. It's like, sir, no disrespect, says extremely disrespectful thing immediately after. It's like, that doesn't...
Hold on. It's like, hold on, wait a second. It's like, hold on. I'm not sure what listen, guys. Public school education, guys. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. But yeah, I think it's interesting, man. I'm really enjoying this game. But let me get Mark. What character do you plan on using first? Is the question.
I'll use a work Skakov with the flowery voice.
You got it.
Speech. He's an explorer. That's going to be useful. My other guy has 3 HP anyway. It's not much better. So
that'll do, laddie. That'll
Okay.
do. That'll work. All right. And you're a northerner, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's gonna be pretty interesting.
Both yours made, Tim?
I'm not sure this is gonna
Yes.
work.
Both are done. The Westerner and the Northerner.
Which one are you going to play first?
We the North, definitely.
All right. We the North.
That'll be Disco. Disco the Northerner.
Disco.
Okay.
By you, Kat.
So I have both of them made. I think I'm gonna go with the Northerner first. And then the other one is actually an Easterner.
Sweet.
Cool.
All right.
I'm gonna get overrun.
I can do the recap, Val. If you don't
Okay.
mind.
Then yeah, I said it. Oh, cool. Appreciate it. So Linda, do you have a character art you want to use, or do you want me to throw a token on there? Well, Kat, sorry, Kat. Do you have a token you want to use, or?
I don't have a specific one, but whoever kind of looks a little bit sallow and is a blacksmith. I don't know if you got that. But it's
we got to use our imagination a bit.
Imagination.
Just kind of throw a token in there like, this looks close enough for now.
I got something. Hold on. You need to recap, though. I appreciate that, bro.
So our last episode starts where the one, I guess, ended. We wake up. We're in the filthy seal. Is it the greasy seal? I always forget the name of the place.
The filthy seal.
Filthy seal. Okay, I had it right. We wake up in the filthy seal, which is a known drugged-in prostitution brothel house, ale house, public house. That's run by an Easterner named Rodrigo. He's basically got a gang there. Gon and Asim have been doing jobs for this guy for a little bit. After engaging with the Nari, which is kind of like a gang of these strange kind of clown-like jester creepers, some supernatural stuff happened for the first time since we started this this campaign. They assaulted the Filthy Seal in numbers exceeding like 30 or 40 men, boxing us in. Anyway, after the assault, we wake up the next morning. They are nowhere to be seen. Bodies have been ritualistic slaughtered throughout the street. We gather some men to kind of investigate the situation. We go to the governor and tell him about the Nari, the incident, what we saw, what we know. We suspect that the leader of the Nari is a shard bearer. And I don't know if you got into shards, but shards are this world's magic. There's 1,001 shards dispersed throughout the world. Most of the historical eras are marked by a great shard bearer. So this is magic. It's pretty rare. But whoever the leader of the Nari, he clearly has something that either extends their life beyond death or maybe animates corpses. We're not entirely sure. But what we do know is they slaughtered people throughout the town. The governor, who's also a shard bearer, thanks us for the information. He says, I'll take it from here, kids. He gathers his men and heads into the forest, our last known kind of area where we've scouted and figured out where they're kind of based out of. They typically only move through it at night. So after that, we take on a job. We investigate the a bandit camp that we know has kidnapped for ransom the daughter of Dragon's Hide, which is like a leatherworking shop in town. In addition, Rodrigo, the same person who owns the Filthy Seal, he has said that these bandits have attacked some of his shipments. And so this is kind of a 2-for-1. We have two people looking for the same place to get cleaned up. Our crew, which is Gon, my character, he's a northerner. Asim, which is Jay's character, he is a southerner. And our companion, Okoye, who's also a southerner. We get provisions. We scout out the area overnight. After several hours, we decide we're going to try to poison their well. But in addition, as a plan B, we're going to have kind of pit traps, Vietnam style, like bamboo, down to the mid-calf or knee, dug out, loosely covered. So if we have to escape, we'll kind of kite them through this area. We find where the girl's hidden. We jump in, quick fight. We deal with some people. We get the girls out. They follow. They pursue. A couple of them die in the traps. We finish a couple off and then just make a hasty getaway back to town. And so that's where we are now after extracting these guys.
On your way to town.
On our way to town. Yeah.
We are basically booking it away from that camp.
And now we're going to start with you guys as characters here. As I slide you guys on the map. Can everybody see their character name with their character on the map besides the scene if I do this scenario?
Yep.
Okay.
Because my character token constantly breaks?
Nope. I haven't finished it yet as I'm finishing this now. But it will break, so knock on wood, guys. Alright, so essentially, you guys were captured by these bandits over the last several weeks through a variety of means. Keep in mind that all of you were prisoners of the Southern Empire and were convicted of something. You didn't have to be guilty of it, but you were convicted of something. You don't have to tell me or anybody else. There's noted on your sheet because it may come up in the not so near future. It may not ever come up, but it may come up. But you guys were convicted of something. Doesn't mean you're guilty of it. So as you guys were doing your thing, for whatever reason, you got captured by these bandits while they were gathering ransoms. So essentially, you guys were doing a lot of the menial work, like digging poop holes or shit holes, laundry, just very menial, stupid stuff that basically people that get enslaved do. Until you guys were freed by a northerner man, his fast-talking southerner friend, and his artistic southerner friend as well. And with you guys was a westerner woman. which is the daughter of the Dragon High, and another woman called Antonella. And right now, the scene is you guys have got far enough away from the bandits that you don't think they're going to follow you, and you guys have some actual time to communicate. So right now, this is the first time you're at least speaking to your, I guess, saviors or potential saviors. So I'll start up with you guys. Gon, you got fucked up. What are you doing in this moment?
Gon, looking over his wounds, he decides they're not mortal. But he'll look to the prisoners, and he looks to the three women, and he just basically barks out. Which one? First of all, what's the name of the daughter? I think we got it. I didn't write it down.
Jay, you remember?
Hold on.
Let me go back in my notes.
Inspiration, if you can.
I say I gotta go back in my notes here.
So
I
guys,
I want to say Guinevere, but that's not
yes,
right.
Guinevere is it. Yes, Guinevere.
Yep.
It's the Gaelic spelling of Guinevere.
Yeah,
Cool.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, Gon will look to the three women. He's like, which one of you is Guinevere?
You see the blonde woman raise her hand, which is clearly the daughter of the Westerner.
Like, you're coming with me. The rest, I have no business with you.
And you see this woman here. This woman is actually an Easterner here. She's wearing a really simple dress, caked with dirt, mud, and grime. She says, "Thank you, but we're in the middle of a forest. Who are you? Are you guards?" And she looks at
Gone. Just because they haven't been turned in yet, or there's not posting on a job board, doesn't mean that there's not money with them at this moment. Let's not be quite so hasty.
Do you intend to sell them, Asim? I have no use for slaves.
Not sell, but doesn't mean we can't take them back and make sure that somebody gives us at least a reward for saving them.
Okoye looks at Gon and says, "That chick is wearing a potato sack. I don't think she's worth anything. I'm with Gon." As he looks at Antonella. And then Antonella looks at the rest of you. Antonella was in prison with you. She's an Easterner woman. She's fairly short. She looks over at Linda, and she would have helped you during this time. Definitely, do random menial tasks. And she would say, "To you, Linda, do you have any way of making it back to town and they just leave us here? It looks like they only want the blonde woman." I
don't necessarily have a way to be able to get back to town. I think that we should try to insinuate ourselves onto them.
Okay, she says, but and she gets close to this. He's a northerner. I heard they are pretty rude and mean.
I'm a northerner.
As you talking to a northerner.
And yeah,
he's not
so far making a great first impression with the northerner.
They're like, yeah, we agree. We're going to throw your ass out.
And she says, yeah, I get, and one, she probably wouldn't know. Like I said, not probably, she doesn't know. She's not the brightest person ever. But she looks at you, Linda, and she does say that, and she says, I don't trust them. I heard stories of their war games. And
there's always stories about all different peoples, and not necessarily everybody is the same.
Well, she points to Gon and says, he's lining up exactly from what I heard a northerner is.
Yeah, you're right.
And she looks over at Disco and say, strange name, man. You're a northerner. You think you can talk to him in your nomadic talk and get him to help us?
And I'm honestly barely even registering the existence of anyone else. But Gon, I did notice that you are injured, correct? You appear to be not at full capacity. Is that correct?
He looks down to a big gaping hole in his stomach.
Yeah.
I'll
just
fine.
wondering, since I'm fairly fluent in sarcasm as well, if you haven't noticed, I was just wondering if you'd like some first aid, perhaps. Me being a soldier, at least, I was once. I'm glad to help if you'd like.
Finally, somebody who's worth a damn thing. It's like, yes.
Okoye looks at you and says, "I didn't take a fucking spear for you."
I'm not talking about you.
Oh, okay, I was about to say.
He looks over to Disco, and
Okoye, remember, you're a paid member.
Yeah, he looks over to Disco and gives a curt nod, and then comes in and offers to shake a hand, Hercules style, grasping forearm, just
forearm to forearm.
Boom. It's like, yeah, and he'll remove his gambeson to kind of pull the ties away, and then pulls it away, and you see a pretty nasty arrow wound where he's pulled it all the way through. It doesn't seem to be fatal, but it is not nice. It's currently weeping.
Tim, as the soldier, you definitely think that pulling the arrow out was not the smartest idea you've ever seen.
No, not in the slightest. But let's see if we can't stop the bleeding, and then we'll worry about anything as far as infection later on.
Click on your sheet. It should be a little dice thing beside the word wisdom. Click on that. That should give me a wisdom check.
Okay.
Okay. So on your first attempt for the first, let's just say 10 minutes, as you're trying to put pressure and apply pressure to this wound, no matter what you do, you think that someone else is going to have to to apply more pressure to this wound to stop the bleeding. You do have your other northerner associate that was with you as well too. You think that maybe having his hands here may help you in this matter?
Yes, definitely. More hands mean less work.
Do I notice this? Because I'll go and help if I notice this.
Yes, you definitely notice your savior that took several blade wounds for you is bleeding profusely.
God, like as he grabs him, he like goes for his blade. He's all, cut your hands off. God damn it. I thought you were trying to save me. Oh God. It's like a big baby as you're like, squeeze, like, ah.
So I'll
if
go
I see
over.
that, I come over and I'm probably like, do you need me to hold his hands? Because he seems to not want actual help.
Hold his head. Give him some warm
like, don't hold him
Yep.
back. So
Tell him a story. Whatever he needs right now, that's fine.
No,
but go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, he pulls the dagger and he points at Lindy. He's like, enough of you. And then bites the handle down. It's like, all right, do it. Some John Wayne. Some
get the bullet out. Pull it out. Yeah.
Help me, Doc.
Work you come up.
I do offer if you want me just to knock you out, maybe to feel better.
Hit him with the elbow drop, the leg drop, hit him with a Hulk Hogan drop. And the work you come over and apply pressure as well. Do you say anything as you're applying pressure to this wound?
Yeah, I'm going to say, that's an exorbitant amount of blood that you're losing here. It's quite beautiful and precious. Let's keep it inside you, shall we?
Please.
Okoye turns to Asim as he hears this. Is he one of your friends? Is he an entertainer as well? Because he speaks like you.
He just gives Okoye a sidelong look.
He certainly sounds like it, doesn't it? But have you ever seen so many Northerners in one place before?
I think maybe they're trying to take over the town. Maybe they're trying to take over the town. I'd be careful. Those Northerners love their war games, as they say. But with all three of you there, and with Linda providing emotional support, give you head pats and cleaning off the sweat off your forehead, you definitely get through this moment of danger. And with enough time, you can build a suitable bandage out of these things from various leaves and cloth. Pull it together to where you basically stabilize from the crazy amount of damage you took, because you almost died.
Yeah.
But gone, and also you guys as well too. Healing recovers equal to your con modifier per day, so you don't get your full AP back. Like after you just long rest, like 5 of you just somehow miraculously heal. Healing takes time, especially if you take a significant amount of damage. As you see Gon is injured, you feel as if Gon, you're gonna be out of commission for at least not at full capacity for at least 2 to 3 days, for sure. And you definitely think that you might need some assistance going back to town, because you don't want to put too much stress on your wounds, because they may open up again. Well, what shall you do?
Are you sure, Gone, that you're going to be okay to walk?
He's just like sweating. His skin is pale. I think I'll be. And then he just kind of topples over into Okoye, just trying to hold himself up.
Okoye, catch him. I got you, man. Listen.
I step up next to him, seeing it. Since I'm looking at him, like, oh shit.
Whatever the case is, we need to get the hell out of here. And those bandits might be not so far behind us. And
I agree, but listen, I'll need to get you and your brother and sister here to help me out lifting you up. You're like 200 pounds, man. Eating good here, I see. I thought you were a prisoner like me. Moving up in the ranks, huh?
gives him a black tooth.
You Easterner, the one that was just talking. What was your name?
I'm Antonella.
Easterners seem to know how to move goods quickly and swiftly most of the time, given where you're from, correct?
That's a little racist, but yes.
Racist but accurate.
And it wasn't racist with you talking about the Northerners and how they like to interact with each other.
That was also a little
anyway,
racist, I admit.
Would you be
but also accurate.
But also accurate, yeah. Would you be able to make a pull cart, something nothing with wheels, but at least something that we could set him on, get him off his feet for a while, get him back to
Oh, certainly. Let
town.
me go ahead and she rushes off to help, and she goes off to a tree, and she points at it and says, my lord, I don't have anything to do anything with, like an axe or any tools. I am handed. I don't even have shoes right now. It's kind of uncomfortable.
Well, this is the only thing I have at the moment, and I'll picture the dagger that I have.
She
I don't know if
sees
that will
throw
help
the
you.
dagger, and she says, this will do
Like,
just
he just,
fine.
Yeah.
This will just fine. And you see she's up against a tree right now, and she is slowly but surely sawing off a branch. You think this is probably going to take about 4 to 6 hours, give or take.
Where are we?
Okoye.
Like in a forest? Is it dense or?
Oh yes. So you guys were right.
There'll be fallen branches we can use. We just have to look around and find branches and vines or something to make like
there
a
would
thing
be.
we can pull.
There 100% would be. She definitely went up to a tree and attempted to saw one down. She definitely didn't think about it. She definitely went to go saw a branch off. So you see her. We're gonna saw off a branch here, but yeah, you're in an open forest here. There's plenty of trees around you. You guys had left like dilapidated, almost like stony farmhouse that was kind of taken over by bandits, and you left that now to go traveling up through the forest to get to this town. You guys are still in the forest. It's a really dense forest. But right now you're in like a small clearing at this moment, and around the clearing is a variety of trees, small stones, vines, branches, small game, and then you can imagine in a relatively temperate forest environment. She looks at you and she says, "This is gonna take a while. I'm not sure when you're trying to leave, but I can work what I have. It's gonna be a while though." And she looks at Asim.
I say we leave her, Asim. Clearly, she doesn't know what she's doing.
I know what I'm doing.
Do we just try to, carry?
It needs to be faster. That was the point. We
She
need to
solves
not just be
faster.
standing around.
She solves faster.
He just shakes his head like, oh, Jesus Christ. Turns around. Koye, can you help, please? I don't know what to do with it, or should we just go?
Okoye looks at you and says, I am a thug. I beat people up. I'm not a huntsman. I don't do this. I don't know why you guys think that listen, my father was, I don't know, my mom was worked as a barmaid. I'm not sure who you guys think I am. I shake people down. I work in a gang. I'm not this outdoorsy person. I'm not sure who you think is. Gone might be. Gone, those Northerners, they play with their wolves in the forest under the stars and all that stuff, but I'm a Southerner. I don't do any of that stuff. We have buildings, traditions. As he says this in front of several groups of Northerners.
And a Southerner who is like You're not telling me anything I didn't already. Just staring at him like you're not telling me anything I didn't already know.
He's definitely getting kind of frustrated with the fact that God has asked him this like 6 times to build something. Like, dude, you don't know how to build stuff? No, I don't. Dude, I take people down. Dude, that's what I do. I don't.
He's a city boy.
I'm a city boy. That's not what I do. I do this stuff. He looks. But Okoye will go over to Disco and say, "You're a northerner, right?" And goes over to work. So you're a northerner. I don't know. Make one of those like wolf things, right? You guys like a sled or something? Yeah, go ahead and make one of those and just carry them. I don't know.
Oh,
Right?
we'll just go ahead and do that because we definitely have a team of dogs ready to go with that sled that we're about to make, right? Mm-hmm.
Can't
You
you
gonna
guys
pull
turn
it?
into-
My response to that is, I am pretty strong. I could probably pull the sled for you. Or should we just try to carry him?
Okay, so
I can walk on my own 2 feet. Enough of this. And give me your spear, Okoye.
Huh?
Give me your damn spear.
All right, man. Don't lose it.
At least
I only
use
have one.
somebody's arm for shoulder support or something.
He hands you his spear and he says, "All right, here you go, man. Don't break it."
He's just gonna lean on it best he can.
Alright.
But he'll hand him his longsword.
All right, this thing's heavy as heck, man. How do you use this thing?
You
God, this is.
stick him with the pointy end.
He's like this with it. He's like He's like, this thing is so heavy.
On
What are you
second
doing
thought, I think
here?
I might die.
As he looks at you and he says, "All right, listen. I got love for you. We're gonna get it. I'm gonna get you through here. We're gonna take you back to Rodrigo's. We're gonna get you some drinks, so it's gonna be fine, okay? Listen, these new guys here, they're northerners like you. Can't you guys turn into wolves anyway? Isn't that what you guys can do? You guys turn into wolves, right?"
Christ, I wish.
He looks at him. Matter of fact, Gung, why you didn't turn into a wolf and bite the dude? You guys are wolves, right? You dance with wolves.
We don't need another shard bearer in our presence. Jesus.
You're telling me they don't turn into wolves, Asim? Because I thought they all did that. I thought they talked to the moon and stuff.
Talking to the moon and turning into a wolf are 2 different things, Koye.
Man, listen, they turn to wolves. They don't want to let us know. Listen, between you and me, full moon, I'm watching. I'd be wary.
They can be so fierce when they are at war. It may seem that they have turned, but they have not.
You just don't want to tell us. Is that it? You just don't want to tell us you guys are turning into wolves? I think that's what it is.
Do you think they would have been where we found them if they could transform into wolves? Use your damn mind.
Okoye looks and he nods and says, "Mm-hmm."
I say we get out of here. And he looks to the group and he's like, I'm sorry. I don't say that often, but you guys are all right. And he'll start limping, just using the stick.
And I'm gonna walk. I'm just gonna walk like in stride next to him.
Yep.
I am going to hand the Westerner. I'm gonna hand Guinevere the ration that I still have left, just because I know she's the one that we're getting paid for. So I will just hand her the ration and here, dear, you need to eat on the way back.
He says, "Oh, certainly, thank you. I appreciate it. Did my father send you?"
Well, didn't send us. We chose to come, but we did speak to him before leaving.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. Thanks you. And she gives you a hug, and she gives both of you guys hugs. It was dreadful there.
I could imagine. We scouted for a day before we finally made our move.
Oh,
It
yeah.
did not look pleasant.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this is a fun fact. So, most likely you guys would have drunk that water that definitely that was poisoned by Gon.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, and it's gonna give you a little bit of the runs.
What? Wow.
the runs right now. So as you're traveling over here, it slowly sets in that your stomach begins to turn and bubble right now.
Gone. Were you gonna give Guinevere the one antidote you made for the poison?
Oh, I almost forgot. He'll lean against it, both hands, and then rummage in his pocket and pull out the small vial. This is not even a vial. It's like a banana leaf with
and paste in it.
Yeah, the paste in there. Hand it to her.
And she swallows it down because and my stomach is beginning to turn. And everybody, Linda, out of work. And Disco, on your sheets, click the dice next to Constitution. Give me Constitution check. As this stuff is going through your system. Okay, not bad.
Oh, I passed.
Not bad. And I need one for Tim. And we should be good. Okay. Disco. As you're traveling here, your stomach is beginning to bubble. You're not sure what you ate. Maybe it was the 2-day-old burnt rat that was over the stove a couple days ago. But it's beginning to bubble. And you feel the need to use the bathroom post haste as it's going through your system here.
All right. Well, I am running with my full movement into the nearest set of bushes that I can find, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just see if we can
Bowls.
Yep. See if we can sprint off before the magic happens.
Absolutely. So with that, it slowly goes through your system there. You guys spend about another 30 minutes in the forest here while you guys do whatever you guys need to do to get that out of your system, whether it's filling up, whatever. And as that passes,
is that what that poison was supposed to do to the bandits? Do you think they're out there doing the same thing?
I was hoping it'd kill them. And he looks over to Disco. No offense, but I wasn't sure how much.
Untaken.
I wasn't sure how much water was in the cistern. Looks like you got lucky.
And God, I assume you're smiling with that one black tooth as you say this.
Yeah, he's just a black tooth grin. Just.
He's like, "This is lucky."
It's just explosive diarrhea.
As they're having their half hour ish of a moment, now knowing that I think none of us have any more food, can I attempt to just using my survivalist just see if I can find any kind of game tracks or any kind of game out in the.
You are a survivalist, aren't you? Interesting. Okay, yeah, sure.
Since if we're standing there waiting, he's gonna just kind of see if he can find something.
Give me a wisdom check at advantage.
Go eat. I lost my appetite.
You said a wisdom check at advantage?
Yep, you're a survivalist. Woo!
Guess it wanted me to have a 22.
Whoa.
22. That's a critical success. You find the tracks of several small hares, squirrels, raccoons, all sprawled about this forest. As you guys are about an hour or two from the village of Dithra.
Okay. Can I attempt to?
You want to hunt them?
Hunt a couple of rabbits at least? Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Okay. With a critical success, you definitely can. Let me see here. So rabbits or hares. Let's see how many you find first. The critical success. You find 4 hares. Give me 4 wisdom checks for your ranged attack rolls, Mr. Artist. Crit. Okay, so
missed one horribly.
You crit twice, so you instantly kill that one. The 19 is almost a crit, so you basically kill that one as well too. So you find 3 medium-sized hares.
Cool. Throw those in my inventory to bring back.
While he's off, Gon is going to sit down back against a tree, just resting. But he'll look to the group and is like, I can make a tincture or a antiseptic. Is anyone familiar with the Gesha herb? Can anyone find it if I describe it? I just need a little bit.
So
I
can
try.
Okay, so what's everybody's professions? I forgot.
Blacksmith.
Blacksmith. Okay, at work.
I'm an explorer, so I probably know a bit about it.
Yeah, you have some knowledge there. And then Disco is a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm otherwise occupied anyway at the moment.
Yeah, you're occupied.
He's got to do first aid on himself.
Right.
Also, if possible, a work. Is it a work? A work?
Oh, I don't know. That's the name that was there. A work.
A work.
A work.
Yeah, you just described the Gesha herb, and then possibly the white snake. What did we call
White
it?
snake.
Yeah, white snake, which is kind of like a reedy. He might be able to make
White leaf
something
flower, yeah. So it's very it's very
to help
common
this
here.
go.
It's very common in this section here. So
Okay.
you can it's literally like it will be some maybe 20 feet from you. You can just point to it. It's exceptionally common here. In this area of the forest. So you can just point and say, could you give me some of that white snake? Now the getcha herb is uncommon to common, so you'd have to probably look for that. Seeing that, because are you a journeyman herbalist or a journeyman outlaw?
I am journeyman herbalist.
So you can point it out. He could try to find some, and his check would be flat instead of disadvantaged.
Cool. Yeah, describe it, point it, talk about where it grows potentially around tree lines or near water or whatever the case may
Tree
be.
lines. And okay, so a work. Do you go to try to find these herbs with the prodding or suggestion from Gone?
Yes, I do. I'm trying to help.
All right. With his help, you scour the tree lines here, looking for this Gesher herb, and roll me a intelligence check.
Before he goes, Gon would give him a dagger just to
Oh yes,
protect
yeah.
himself and then
Gather it,
obviously
yeah.
to gather it.
Yeah, because I'm naked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
naked and
Nope.
afraid out there.
My clothes are too
what-
small for me.
It is a rusty dagger, but it is yours.
There you go.
Awesome.
So with a 16, that's more than enough. You find a small clutch or patch of Gesher herb. You can definitely harvest some. Give me a strength check and see how well you cut some of these herbs. So you cut them very sloppily, but it's a lot of them. It's not really going to be very pretty, but you're not a herbalist. So I'll say that'll take about an hour to half an hour. You would come back, and you would bring him. I would say, let's roll it because that was a 7. 1 unit of antiseptic. 1 unit of Getcha hurt for antiseptic. Linda, as you see this, would you have been accompanying at work, or would you have been doing something else?
I was having a hard time hearing you there.
Oh, I'm sorry. So would you have been accompanying a work, or would you have been doing something else while?
I'd have probably just been doing something else, just trying to see if anybody else needed any help, that type of thing.
Well, you know, Antonella, she's been while it's here, has been using the dagger that I've seen given her to try to cut down a branch.
Yeah, so I'd have probably been helping with that.
All right, absolutely. With you kind of trying to pull it down, getting some leverage there, using physics and blacksmith, you've actually, before she gets back, cut down that branch. Antonella smiles and gives you a firm handshake. Says, "Thank you very much. Now I just need 3 more. It's gonna be great."
Yeah, would you like me to, maybe cut for a while? Because, fairly good at, taking care of things.
Absolutely. Here, and she hands you the dagger that Asim gave her. I'm gonna take a nap, and she kind of walks over and just kind of collapses.
I'll enjoy your nap.
And she collapses, just pure
Wait,
tire.
Did she make her con save? She have the bubble guts?
Oh yeah, did not do that. You are correct. Did not.
I was gonna say, misery loves company
no.
here.
Oh God!
Oh,
Yes!
no.
She's in the
Bubble
bushes
guts.
with disco.
She's cutting. She was cutting that branch. It's just running
And
down
this
her leg.
Literally just runs over because there's a river right. She just runs over into the river and just leaps in there. Relief.
Oh well.
As clearly white snake poison is very effective apparently. So
Can confirm.
to that, a 0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Gone.
Not trying.
You really do know. You really do know what you're doing with those herbs, don't you?
Clearly not. They survived. But he'll nod to a work and he'll get to work and work on the antidote first. Kind of
You
grind
mean,
those up.
Give me a wisdom or intelligence check.
Wizzy.
You definitely can, I guess, work that to become an antiseptic.
It would be the anti-venom for the white snake, or the antidote.
Antidote, yeah.
It's not venom.
Also, you can use white snake as well to reduce the anti-venom as well.
Let me add that to my journal.
Yeah. So you can use any poison to make the anti-venom of that poison.
Oh yeah, no, that's we talked about that.
Yep. So you have an anti-venom. You have 1 unit of anti-venom. Do you tell it work that you need more?
Yeah, if I need more, I need more. It's like
that's only 1.
Yeah, this isn't enough. Would you mind grabbing some more? I'd appreciate it.
Yes, my good sir. Work will get back to work.
So who do you give this antiseptic to?
I imagine Disco like coming out of the bushes, like
Yeah, give it to her. She sounds like she needs it more than I do.
Yeah, dude, she literally jumped to the river. She didn't even go into the bushes.
Woman,
Yeah, but she's
come here.
useless.
I don't know your name. The one in the river.
Antonella, she tries to get over, but she says, I can't leave right now. You have to come to me.
I'm not coming to you.
Can you throw it? Like, I can catch it if you throw it.
Oh boy.
He'll try.
Oh my god.
Do it. Do it.
Roll
the dice. Roll the dice.
Come on. Hey, listen. From downtown, bring it home. Wisdom check.
Kobe.
Mr. Johnny Unitas.
Yep.
Hold on. Our dex check. See if she can save it on his dex check. See here.
It's downriver.
No, it's downriver, guys. Literally, as he goes to catch it, it's so wide. He goes like this. She just looks up as it goes wide. Says, I'm trying to like jump out of the river to catch it.
How long has it been? Am I like walking back to see this, holding the rabbits by the ears?
I would say yes. As you come back, you see the Easterner woman that you saved attempt to do a Randy Moss.
In the river,
and just jump and catch it over nobody but herself. It's a way overthrown pass, and it just
give her this look, and then I'm assuming Linda, since you were helping her with the tree branch, not that far away. Like, well, look at you, look at her in the river, and then look at this thing. Like, what is going on over here?
They're working on a little bit of stuff to try to help out with a reaction to some poison that was used, and still trying to work on these branches. So
so much for a clean water source. Jump the river and start walking back towards Gone.
At least it's downriver. At least it's downriver, not upriver. That'd be a different thing. But a work. Give me a intelligence check. You have a bonus to this because you actually done it before. Okay, so remember that patch of Get Her we found before? You don't know where that is. You found it, but you don't know where it is anymore. You were so close, but no cigar. You go around for an hour.
I swear it was over there.
As you search for it, the first hour you searching it, you cannot find it. Do you go back empty handed, or do you continue to search for these herbs?
How much time have I been looking for?
An hour.
Well, I'm gonna go back because an hour has passed.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, yeah, maybe someone can come and help me. I think they've disappeared.
Okoye, what has your lazy ass been doing this entire time?
Okoye has been
just sitting there.
He's been practicing his sword technique.
He's been holding it. He's been looking at the west. He's been looking at Guinevere, going,
he's doing
got this. I swear.
The Arnold Conan.
Yeah, dude, he's literally like fucking like coming in the barbarian with the sword. He's like, this is so fun. No wonder you like this. This is great. I need to swap weapons. This is so cool. I can't believe you use it. This is some kind of northern or something. Like, this is great. Like, spears are cool and all, but man, this is it looks so much cooler, but it doesn't look as effective as a spear, but it looks cooler. I like it. As he continues to swing the sword around like Xena the warrior princess, just like this with the sword.
It's like 8 a.m. too, right? Because we went early, like before morning light.
Yeah, like 4 a.m. So the journey here is like 8 a.m. now. Bubble guts and all. an Easterner woman is catching Hail Mary passes in the river to stop this indigestion. One Northerner is basically playing, Where's Wilson with the Gesher herbs in the forest. It's
Gone. Do we need to get moving? Because we've been sitting here for a very long time.
Linda offers that she could help look for the herbs if, the branches are done. I don't know how long that's taking her being stronger.
I would say, give me a strength check. Let's see how quick this is.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Okay, so these are really
Rough
thick
rolls
branches
today.
This is a really thick branch, apparently. You think that you might need a little bit more time to cut through this one, for sure. But as you gone, you definitely think that with your injuries, continually moving, especially an hour to got to get there through difficult and rough terrain, it may be very difficult to do so, and you may actually sustain another injury if you want to push it.
He's going to sit there back against the tree and is like, I need to rest a little bit longer. You think we can set up camp for a few hours? At least we can cook those things. And he just kind of nods to the rabbits you've got.
I don't see why not. At least we can decide what it is we're going to do when we get back besides, get our pay.
Looks and says, we can tell stories. It's going to be great. Listen, all you Northerners, your tales, you gotta tell me how you do this whole wolf thing. Listen, I'm not gonna keep fooling me. Listen, we got all the time, no problem. We don't got nothing going on but to sit here and rest. She cracks his knuckles and looks at all you Northerners and says, so, is this some kind of moon thing that caused that to happen, or?
I am not going to say anything about it other than pack is what matters. It's always about the pack.
So you guys just look at each other like a pact, and that's how you transform.
See, okay, I'll tell you the secret. How we transform is you get these mushrooms, all right? You eat as many as you can, and then you watch everyone turning into wolves, and then you're like, hey, I can do it too. And then you're just running on all fours through the woods all night long, and it's great.
Okay,
and I just slowly turn and look at Gon and go, that's why you don't do sashimi?
I don't.
And then look back.
I don't touch those sashimi mushrooms.
That's why it is. And you see, and of course, you don't like prepared.
Well, you guys would know too. Sashimi mushrooms are extremely it's drugs.
Potent extremely potent hallucinated drugs,
and it's very popular in town. It's
because it's very cheap.
Yeah.
So what it is that the process, a little bit of This is not a real drug, YouTube. Okay, so sashimi mushroom is pretty much is ground into a paste, a little bit of water, and then fumes come from it once it's kind of mixed with water, and then they inhale the fumes, and it causes a very strong hallucinatory effect. As Okoye demonstrates very quickly, as he pulls out some sashimi mushrooms and drags it up in the face right quickly, and he says, well, we're not going to turn in wolves right now. We got plenty of time right now. He grinds up some sashimi mushroom here, spreads it out into a very elaborate line of sashimi mushroom. Says, okay, I'm not sure if you know about this. It's sashimi mushroom. All right, it's fresh. All right, who's in? He looks at everybody.
As soon as I get these branches done.
Obviously, I need to flush my system completely, so I'm in.
Yeah.
He's always a slave yesterday. I got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
He was gonna work in a seam. You in or not?
I'm gonna spend some time cooking these rabbits. I'm getting hungry at this point.
Loser. Does turn to a work. You in or not?
Yeah, I think I need to go look for some more herbs, and I don't think this is gonna help me too much to find them. I'm already lost as it is.
He says, all right. As he inhales these fumes, he gets leans back against the tree, smile on his face, eyes glazed over. This man is high as a kite. You're not sure what he's seeing right now. If it's wolves, if it's the crater god riding
seeing
dinosaur.
them damn pink elephants.
It's some good stuff. So he's living his life right now, and Also, Disco, if you also partake in this here, please give me a con check at disadvantage. Because this is some good.
Yeah, definitely disadvantage.
Some good stuff here.
Especially with our not eating and already having.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm so wrecked.
I could go right through you.
Yeah.
And you said con save, correct?
Yep, con. Yep.
Just con, yeah.
Oh,
One more time. One more time.
Another.
One more time.
because all this
Okay.
stuff is bunk.
No, no cigar. As you think
Yep.
you have it. You have it. As you inhale these fumes and they go through your system, you begin to kind of slowly relax as you see the edges
We
of your
all
vision
live in a yellow
begin
submarine.
as the edges of your vision begin to waver and as you see almost like this smoky kind of effect appears, and you see the trees around you begin almost waver and bend as reality slightly shifts in your vision. This is very, very relaxing. It doesn't shock you per se, but man, it just soothes you. This is some really good stuff. Mellowed out. And as we mellowed out, we're going to mellow out into a 15-minute break, and we'll be right back. So we're going to see how this happens as the group may come back to town, or they may get really high, get stuck in the forest forever. Find out in 15 minutes. Oh, they run out the shooting mushroom. See you in 15, guys.
We're live.
All right, and we are live, and we're back, guys. Welcome. So, last we left off, the party was having a bit of a hoopla, a kerfuffle, a brouhaha in the forest. They were having a good old time there, getting that poison out of their system. At this point, all the poison has gone through your system. Obviously, do it means we'll just fast forward through that because it just would happen with time. So all of that's taken care of. Though significant amount of time does pass, so I'm gonna say 8 hours pass. So that's how long it takes for you guys for you to feel better and good enough to where you can move. And
It's a long rest, right?
It's a long rest.
So
but you guys are in a safe place, though. Yeah.
Cooked up the rabbits and fed everybody.
And
got some water from the stream. Made sure everyone was hydrated.
So your daily.
Did I manage to get the rest of those branches?
I hope so.
Yes, you did. And
Awesome.
you can make a turn. It's called a gurney.
Kind of like a gurney, yeah.
Or a
Pull behind
stretcher.
gurney.
Yeah.
Stretcher, you're right? Because you just get 2 sticks, whatever. Carry them, make it how you will.
She's a blacksmith. I'm sure she could
Yeah.
whip
Right.
something up.
Blacksmith and then a survivalist as well too together. I mean, survivalist, blacksmith together. You guys can make a journey out of it.
And if I have medic training as a soldier, I would think I should have some understanding of how to put together a stretcher too. So
It's pretty.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty something. Like a gurney is a gurney. Like you've definitely seen a fair bit of them. It's not super complicated. It's only when
The biggest thing is to try to get. Come on, we want to just get you off your feet enough to get you back safely.
This is humiliating. As he crawls,
It is
shimmies onto it.
you want to talk about humiliating?
I tell you
Yeah,
what,
she had to jump in the river because she was leaking so bad.
I tell you what,
Point over.
Disco. We get into town, I'll buy you some new clothes. It's the least I can.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, Don, you want this sword back? Because I can trade you if you like. This thing's pretty cool.
Give me the damn sword before you take your eye out. Just
Right.
snatch
All
it.
right, man. All right. Can't have cool thing on Northerners. Damn wolf worshiper. And he hands you the sword back. Here you go. Give my spear. And he takes a spear.
have
Listen,
your
you're not
stick.
worthy. Hey, it's better than that sword. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm never using a sword again. You know what? Spears for life. It wasn't even that cool. Throws it on his back. he definitely looked like it was definitely that cool, and he wants to get a sword. But you guys
in that time frame, hearing Disco talk about being a soldier and all that, Asim will just kind of at some point casually walk up to him. Disco, you said you're a soldier, I. Or what?
At one point I was.
Well, in case we run into any trouble on the way back, maybe you can at least use this, and I'm gonna pitch you a club. It's literally looks like a freaking 2x4, but it's a club, a one-handed club. That club that I got from John when I first got here.
John's a nice guy.
No, it's not even a tube. It's a shepherd's stick. So
No. The shepherd staff I
got
gave
fired.
you that you
Yeah,
used
got
to
burned.
burn the.
Yeah, the burn
This
people
is-
alive. Yeah,
And that was from the character that died anyway.
Yeah,
I forgot about the indiscriminate murder. Yeah.
so-
No, it's a club. It's like
Yeah,
just think of it
it's
like
a
a wooden
club
club. Yeah.
wrap, and then the head of it is wrapped in a little bit of leather strap, like
Yep.
it's a baton. Yeah.
And when you do look at it, you do see on one face of it just like the imprint of a blood stain.
But can the bloodstain look like the face of Alice Cooper? Because I really need this club to resemble one of the implements from the movie Dazed and Confused. If you ever saw that, where they did the
They're
spanking.
paddling
You know,
with it.
The paddle.
Like, yes, the paddle. I need one of those.
I don't know about
My
Alice
life.
Cooper, but it certainly looks like a 12-year-old boy. His
Hey!
face. Yeah,
Not wrong.
clubs.
Not wrong.
And guys that are watching, anything that we do in game is not a reflection of anybody's personal beliefs in real life.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer alert. Disclaimer.
Yeah. But yeah, so you get this
Yes.
club. You get this. It's a 2 quality wooden club. From a standpoint of mechanics, it's a 1d6 melee weapon, and has a blood stain like right in the sweet spot of one side of it.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Well, as you guys head back into town, you see the guards kind of let you through and says, "Okay." As they see the daughter of Waylon there, and Guinevere says, "Yes, these people saved me." And Gon and Asim, you don't know this, but you feel as if your reputation in the city of Dithra has increased. You're not sure what that means exactly. There is no tinkering bells or like dun, 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 but you think your reputation in
Gon, did it feel a little too easy to walk by those guards this time comparative to when we left?
I try to pay them no mind, to be perfectly honest.
But,
Asim,
well, we should-
I could use a drink.
well, we should.
Let's
can
get
I
our
go
let's
home?
get our let's get our funds first.
Guinevere, can I go home?
Should we head to the Dragon's Hide first? It's right across the street ish from the Filthy Seal.
Mm-hmm.
And what of you? Gon will look over. He's going to climb out of the stretcher or get tossed aside, whatever you guys.
No, I figure you can walk into the city. We won't put you through that much of a.
After a while, he's like, I
Here you
get
go.
used to this. Just
Yeah,
getting
this is
carried.
great. Yeah.
Well,
Could you put a chair in this with a crown and?
Disco, Linda, Awark,
Antonella,
guys-
she smiles.
Antonella, I tried to forget about you. What are you doing now in town? Are you guys looking for work?
Definitely. I think my coin purse is presently empty, and I would like to fill it to the brim if that's possible.
I don't know
I
about
Second that
helpful
emotion.
too.
I don't know
Yes, I
about
love
the
the help.
brim, but here, Gon is going to hand Awark, Disco, Linda, and Antonella 5 copper each. He's like, this will get you some food and maybe somewhere to stay.
I'll match it, just knowing the price of the city.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Antonella bows and says, "Oh, you're very kind," says.
It's,
Thank you.
Thank you kindly.
Are you some kind of like adventurers or something?
I try not to be. I just try to make a living the best way I can. It's the least I can do for what you guys have done for me.
Of course. So what do you do then, if you're not adventurous? Antonella looks at you all.
Gon glances over at Asim with that kind of like a wry smile, that black tooth grin.
Okoye looks at you, smiles.
We solve
find
A little,
a
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Well, we find things, and we are have been called relocators. We move things from certain areas, and we make sure they wind up in areas where they need them to be. That's what we do.
What I can say is if you guys are looking for work, the Filthy Seal is maybe my name or Asim's name or Koye's name might go a little further, but it's not easy work. In fact, it's probably not even legal most of the time.
The only thing I will tell you right off the get-go, just looking at y'all, don't go to John's Tinctures. Stay away. Just stay away.
Is there a blacksmith place in town?
Yeah. Okoye says, and he spits on the ground. I wouldn't go there.
That's because he owes him money.
As we walked by it,
don't tell the secrets, man. That's in the inner circle drama. Don't. He stared at you.
Everybody in town knows at this point.
yeah.
You owe half the town some coin. In fact, I think you owe me some money, Okoye.
Okoye smiles. I don't know about all that. I don't, not the whole town, but yeah, go ahead and sing, sorry.
As I was just gonna say, as we were walking through to head towards the Dragon's Hide, she just hears the tish, tish of hammer on steel as we're walking by the.
Okoye twitches, getting flashbacks. But as you guys go over to the Dragon Hide, I remember, and I'll zoom out, I'm way too close.
And we probably walk in, it's like Gon goes in, and then Guinevere, and then Asim walks in behind with Okoye, or some sort of order where she's between us as we walk in.
Right. Wow. Hold on. Here. Yes. All right. So as you guys go over there to the Dragon's High, let me give you guys the short description. As you guys are new, or new in real life, not you guys have seen this place before. Let me give you a little description. The Dragon Hide is a fairly medium-sized building. Looks unremarkable outside of the sign of of the dragon with the leathery hide on the side of it, and nice embroidered letters on a wooden board. As the doors open, you see that this place is ran by a Westerner man and woman. He's a middle-aged man, short blonde hair. As you see him and he sees his daughter, Guinevere, Waylon rushes out and does like the full house hug, like everywhere you look, like hugs him really close and tight. Rushes over there, gives a nice tight hug, and they embrace. You see like she's crying tears, he's crying tears, really emotional moment here. As the daughter, as the mother rushes herself as well too, and they embrace, seeing them reunited. After a very long time, about like 10 minutes of just, are you hurt? And him checking her up and down and seeing her face, and did anything to you? And she's crying, no, it's fine, they saved me. Waylon turns over to you, Gone, and he kisses your cheek intensely. Thank you, man, I appreciate it. You saved my daughter. Thank you. You know they're not so bad at all.
Runs his sleeve over his greasy face. It's like, where's the money?
Laugh. He says, "Oh yeah, of course. Thank you." And he presents 1,000 copper pieces in front of Asim, Okoye, and Gon, because they were here for this mission and they actually did the work. Here. Thank you. And going forward, I'll extend you a discount. And you'll always be friends of us and the Dragon Hide. We thank you very much. And that being said, you guys won. Gone, Okoye, which is NPC, doesn't matter. Gone in the same game, 333 experience from the 333 copies they gained. Linda, Work, and Disco, from your various tasks that you've done in the jungle, you guys gain 150 experience points. So leveling up requires about 1,000 experience points per level, and that gives you bonuses. So leveling happens fairly quickly from the things you do in the game, as you guys. So, but yeah, you guys will get any gold. The other guys can get gold, but you get some experience with Gon, Okoye, and Akeen. Okoye smiling from ear to ear, money in his pocket from a dangerous job well done. Okoye looks at Gon and says, I can get used to this. This is way better than like 10 copper a day. This is great.
It doesn't come without its costs.
Yeah, but hey, Gon, didn't you say that wasn't there something with Rodrigo should we go have a little conversation with him too? Maybe, I mean, given this whole Nari thing, we should kind of check in on that, but maybe them three could help protect the Filthy Seal as well.
Yeah, we can find you guys some work. Plus, Rodrigo owes us money.
And I mean, you
Okoye
didn't give me this
smiles.
club as a fashion statement, so.
Okoye smiles and says he does owe us money.
Should we head that way?
Sounds splendid.
You
Count
guys
me
want to
in.
come with?
I concur.
So above table, guys, it's one of the few times where we did like a double quest. So it was a quest and a quest. So above table, the bandits that they were tasked to kill by Rodrigo also was holding a person ransom that they also did a quest for. So they basically double their money here. Now,
Double dip.
Double. Like I said, guys, the game isn't fair. That shit swings both ways.
That's assuming Rodrigo doesn't try to screw us.
He would
100%.
never.
Well, try to screw you because I think you're the one that knew about the second side of that. You just happened to mention it. So,
Well, as you guys go inside, the Filthy Seal is, in all sense of the word, a den of depravity. There are a variety of men and women eliciting services. There's a lot of drugs here, from Tashimi mushroom, roca nut, all kinds of just eclectic drugs here. There's mostly Easterners here. And in a corner booth is a morbidly obese Easterner, covered in golden bands. He's very bald. He's very fat. Gon, I assume you tell them that is Rodrigo.
Yeah. You just nod over. That's the big boss in charge. Let Asim and I do the talk. You guys hang out here. And he'll nod over. What was the name of the barkeep? I have her somewhere.
Ooh, do you remember?
starts with an S. Hold on, I got
Hold
the notes.
on.
Hold on.
You want double inspiration? Come on, can you bring it home? Come on, it's a race. Hold
Right?
on, it's a race.
Oh fuck, my other notebook is upstairs. Damn it.
Hold on, he's coming. Hold on, Johnny, you remember? No, you don't have it. No.
I have to be
Shauna.
better with these
I think
names.
it sounds like it. I think if I remember, it was Shauna.
I thought it was Shamir.
No, it didn't start in with an R.
No.
It's
I
like
can
the
go run
DM
up
is-
and grab
the
my other
DM is
friggin'
like,
notebook.
I think.
I think Shamir. Hold on, I thought it was Shamira. Hold on, let me.
Shakira.
Okay, guys. So it's gonna. Okay, so we're gonna go with Shamira for now. Okay, that's what I remember in my brain. But yes, as you guys go in, is this? No, it's. I don't think it's. So you guys are in this place here. There's a very nice bar here. There is a Southerner woman here, with locked hair, and she's kind of serving drinks. Here, you see Gon and Nassim go over there. Antonella's beside you guys and says, we have money. Let's get some food. As she flags down this bartender. The bartender comes over to you guys' table of work. She looks at you and she says, there's a lot of Northerners recently. What can I get you? We have gruel, porridge, a little bit of rabbit stew.
Sandra.
That's what it was. I said Shamira. I knew it was R.A. Yeah, I know it was R.A. and I was like, something like, yeah. So Sandra, yes, Sandra. Yeah. I over that.
How much?
I just had to get. I had too many damn notebooks.
Dude, for me, it's like I write it down. I forget where I put it sometimes. But yes, where she was looking at you and says, "Do you want anything?" We also have beer, mead, more beer. We don't
How
have
much is
milk.
the porridge?
The porridge is 1 copper piece.
I'll take porridge.
Okay. Disco, you're muted.
I will definitely take mead,
Okay, mead is 2 copper pieces.
gladly.
A word. Do you take anything? And she looks over at you.
Yes, ma'am, I'm living the high life. I will have a porridge and a mead.
That's 3 copper pieces. She smiles at all of you and says, "I'll get that out shortly." And she kind of takes.
Thank you, fair lady.
She dips a little bit and she goes back and she begins to work on those drinks. And she calls back out to Linda and says, "You didn't order anything to drink, is that correct?"
Do you have water?
Water's for milk drinkers. We don't serve water here.
Nothing to drink.
Yeah, and she said, we're a criminal organization. We don't serve water here, ma'am.
As someone's passing a kidney stone in the back.
Yeah. So they come back with your porridge and not meat and things like that, and she says, "Listen, your friends have gone in Okoye. You should really drink something. The porridge is kind of dry, and she would give you a kid-sized glass of mead." Linda.
Kid size.
Half pint.
Yes.
Yes, I'll take a half pint.
There's a lot to
Very
unpack
flummoxed
there.
about that.
Yeah. He gives you that. She says, only because you're a friend of Gone that I'd extend this courtesy to you.
Excellent.
There's no
And,
legal
Big
age.
kid size.
And she hands you that, and she gives you porridge. The porridge is fairly dry. It's definitely been on the burner a little too long. You think that this criminal organization is definitely not known for their 4- and 5-star restaurant culinary skills. It's just whatever they can get their hands on, they keep you guys fed. And as you eat your porridge, do you look around at anything, use everything? Because when I mean dinner depravity, think of depravity and think of it in a den, and this is what it looks like. People are doing all kinds of drugs, all kinds of stuff in the open. This place isn't called the Filthy Seal for a reason.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking around and seeing all of that.
It's like no place. Well, this isn't Kansas anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Fish, I promise you. As you guys look around and things like that, enjoy your porridge. Gone. As you approach Rodrigo smiles and says, the Golden Northerner is back, as they say. What do you have for me? You complete that work for me?
He grabs a chair, slides it across the ground, and sits on it backwards, kind of leaning on it.
Mm-hmm.
We finished the work. You didn't tell me that these people had some hostages.
I didn't know they had hostages, nor did I give a damn. They were interfering with my business.
Whatever the case is, they're done. So, let's talk money.
It's 500 copper.
All right.
And he says, that being said, I'll let you divvy this up as you will, because I gave you the job. Gone. He hands you 500 copper pieces. Okoye is doing some depravity stuff, as he's spent the last couple of days in a really shitty forest, so he's doing some depravity stuff in his den.
He'll take the coin purse and kind of tuck it aside, and he's like, nods over to the bar, and he says, "There's some brothers in arms there. They're looking for work. I think they're new to town. What can you do for them?"
Is that your brother and sister? He looks at you.
He smiles that black tooth smile. They're family.
Oh, well, they're anything like you. That'll work. Are you looking for some more work? I'm always have some more work for a guy as skilled as you. Hey, look at you gone. You may do some sick shit.
He says, right now I'm looking for a bed and somebody to lie with me in one, if you know what I'm saying.
And he says that can be arranged. But and yes. Same yes. Yes, and he says, but after you rest, I have a job for you. You need probably a couple days of rest. That little bloody wound right there near your chest doesn't look so good.
Do you have any news about the governor? What happened in that situation?
He smiles and he says, yes. Word on the street is the governor returned from his encounter in the forest with the Nari. He left with 30 men, but only returned with 5.
So he lives.
He does.
It's better than I thought.
We should definitely different than I thought, but we should at least have a conversation on what happened at some point, don't you think?
But Rodrigo smiles a devilish smile. He says, with the town being short 25 guards, we can get a little bit more creative with our enterprise.
You two talk. I don't care about the details. I need to sleep. Send the woman by my room later.
Yeah, whatever. We'll handle it. Tonight's free, of course. Tomorrow isn't. I'll see you.
I appreciate that.
I'll see you in 3 days. Get some sleep, and then get ready to make some money.
Did you give Asim any of the money from the coin purse?
We're splitting it 3 ways. Okay. Whatever the
3-way. So it's 500.
Yeah.
Divided by 3.
Okay.
We'll tip.
Just take you take the extra one, so you just take the.
We'll tip the prostitute.
There you go.
Whatever the
there you go.
Is.
There you go.
So and that's also experience as well too. So don't forget that either.
Or the sex worker, whatever we're calling them.
This is not Twitter, guys.
She's
If
a very
you're
nice
looking-
lady,
This is.
and
This is-
we all got to make money somehow.
Hey, listen. Always profession in the book. That is things. I think. Second or whatever. Anyway. So you guys do that stuff there. Asim, you're still talking with Rodrigo, correct?
I'm assuming once gone
God just
sort
leaves.
of
I'm just gonna sleep.
leaves.
Yeah, God just leaves.
I'll just kind of saddle, stand up next to Rodrigo. So I know, Rodrigo, you probably still don't fully trust me, but I would like
I don't
to be
trust anybody.
fair enough. But I will say that I would like to be a little more part of this organization. Seems
So you
like
want to do some work?
there's a lot of work to be done.
Well, there's always money, and you're willing to make it. It depends on how good you're willing to get. I got a couple jobs in mind for someone as skilled as you with those bronze arrows, if you don't mind.
More than happy to
And it looks like you have
use
Gollum's
the
brothers and
gift.
sisters. It looks like you have Gollum's brothers and sisters there with you too. You guys are a little bit bigger now, so
I think we could talk them into a couple things. I mean,
they're
we did
northerners.
save their
They-
life
they
and
just-
all.
You know, they're northerners. They have to fight, right? So this might be up their alley. And he says,
Absolutely.
a couple of goblins have been harassing our caravan around. So we're not sure if it's one or just several of them. But we need to send a message. I want you to go out there, find a couple of goblins, kill them, and make a display of it. To let them know that anyone that messes with my shipment, whether human, dog, wolf, I don't give a damn, child, anyone that messes with my shipment gets made a message of. And I want you.
Where are these goblins messing with your shipments at? North, east, south?
He smiles and says, "You're very perceptive. How'd you know it was northeast?"
Pretty good with directions.
Roll a charisma
Seen some
check.
goblin. Okay. I was gonna say
Charisma check.
seen some goblin tracks on the way back. Natty one.
With your nat 1 charisma check, he says, right on the street there's a den of goblins. I mean, I'm not a guard. I'm not trying to get rid of them. I really can care less. I just want them to know, don't mess with my shit. That's all I care about. So I want you to string up as many as you can, put them beside the road, spread them out, send them a message. In their blood, right? Do not fuck with Rodrigo's shit. Is that understood?
I think we can handle that. I will go have a little conversation with our new companions and see what they think.
And send me
Just
the
gonna
ears.
ask-
And collect all the ears from me and give those to me as proof of your deed.
Will
And
do.
he's lighting a
Does that
cigar.
mean you are gonna pay for the ears as well, or I'm
What are
sure
you
they're gonna
pay for the
ask.
ears? I'm gonna pay for the ears. There's
Well,
just
you know
proof.
that
And he's lighting a cigar.
will do. Do you payment? Because I'm sure that they're gonna want to know. They are new. They were captured. They don't have a lot of money in their pocket. What can I
Let's
tell them?
see.
We will pay them.
Let's say, fuck it. I mean, he's like,
I said what,
let's
and then I
say-
stop him and I go, what can I tell them that we will pay them?
I don't care what you tell them. Listen, I'm giving you this job. You break up the gold however you want to do it. I'm going to give you 15 copper pieces per set of ears for these goblins. You pay them what you want. That's not my responsibility. That's your
I see.
15
Thank you.
a pair. All right.
And he will like deeply bow like a performer would, like just
Fuck off.
I appreciate it. Pulls an arrow out, starts spinning it through his fingers, walks up to the bar, leans out over the, like once he gets to the bar, he's gonna lean out over the bar when Sandra comes over and kind of grab her hand. A mead, my lady. Kiss her hand. set down 4 copper on the bar.
She smiles and she smiled at you, big old smile, and she says, will you be seeing me tonight as well, after your successful adventure? And she looks at you.
That would be the plan.
She nods and she gives you 2 meats. All right.
Thank you, my lady.
And she goes off and works and does her thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of turn to to Linda and work and Disco. We've had a little conversation with Rodrigo, and God needs a little time to heal, but Rodrigo has a job for us if you guys are willing to be in on it. Seems some goblins are trying to mess with his shipments, and Rodrigo doesn't like that. Pays good if you're willing to teach him a little lesson.
Oh, of course, concession.
What type of lesson?
Write a little message in their blood on the road on the way into town.
The permanent kind.
I see. Any chances at me getting maybe a hammer first or something?
Well, I mean, there's always... I mean, I can tell you we're not leaving tonight. There is the blacksmith just north of here. We can at least send you over there, see what they got.
Yeah.
A work I'm not hearing from you yet. What are you just over there getting a little drunk on your mead, or?
No, that sounds like coins in my pocket, my dear. I think we should go and get some weapon at the blacksmith, and I could use some tools to make some traps, because I don't think I want to confront them physically face to face, but we could certainly lay some traps around and ambush them, and then send a message that way.
I like your thinking. First thing in the morning, we'd hit the blacksmith, head on our way.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Detail Okoye is the question.
Is he over like getting fucking high as shit and like
He is living his best life right now.
He's already blown all of his money, probably.
right?
He's made. Listen, I mean, it is just chick.
Gambling, drinking.
Sashimi mushroom. I mean, literally just lines of just mushrooms sprawled out.
Okay.
He is getting,
So
I
I think what he would do, what I would do, hearing like a positive from each of them, he'd say just the little small talk, like, okay, this is what the idea is. We'll get up in the morning, we'll go hit here, whatever, and then he'll just but tonight is for fun. Sandra.
She looks up and says, yes. She leans forward in a very provocative manner.
One more round for the 3 here, and then let me know when you're ready. And he's gonna he'll just set 10 copper down on the bar for her doing something that she probably shouldn't. And then
survives a couple of harrowing encounters, and now he's a big pimp.
Yeah, fucking. In this case, yeah, he's like, ugh. And then
he's the man, dude. He's the man.
He is. He's like,
seems that guy.
Yeah. And then he'll walk over to Okoye just before heading, like, knowing Sandra has a few things to do, because I'm sure the bar is kind of hopping a little bit, and we'll just sort of sit down in front of Okoye. This might not be up your alley, I'm not sure, but I got a job from Rodrigo for the 3 that we saved.
He's like, all right, what's the job?
Killing goblins, making sure that we send a message, writing a little message in blood on the road on the way
goblins?
in.
I killed like 5 of those. It's no problem. How much are they paying?
Between you and me? Just between you and me?
Yes, he looks at you and smiles.
10 gold for each set of ears.
Give me a charisma check.
Doing our man dirty. The scene.
Yeah. No.
Hey, look, the game isn't fair.
I am shitty at charisma.
Oh shit.
Yes.
You're gonna get.
I love it.
shanked.
It's 2 ones
He's
in a
high
row,
as
man.
fuck though too.
Okay,
Oh, absolutely.
okay, I'll say this. Now here's the wisdom check. This is a +5.
100%. Do it.
Wouldn't it be disadvantage is super
Yes.
high.
He is, but a 9.
He still got it. He still beats a nat 1.
Yeah.
Yes,
He was
Not
born
one.
at
He's-
night, but not last
Yeah,
night.
no, it's not last night. He says, listen.
Okay. It's 15. We just won't tell them that.
All right. The next
Hey.
time,
Sometimes you got to be fucking a little greedy. You know that.
yeah. Don't fucking lie to me again. Don't
You
fucking
got it.
do it. All right.
You got it.
All right. Now, talk to me tomorrow. I'm busy. As he
Yeah,
goes
first-
into the property again.
Yep. First thing in the morning, we're gonna get them weapons and then we'll head out. I got a little depravity to do too, and then I'm walking towards
City boy?
Sandra's room. City boys, we out.
As you see your as Linda work and Disco, you see your allies from today go off and do their own thing. And Tanel looks at you three and says, what should we get a room or something? I'm not sure what to do. What do we do? It's like 8 o'clock.
Well, how much is a room actually?
So Sandra would have definitely said before being pulled away. It's only about 3 copper pieces.
Well, in that case, I'll definitely be getting myself a room. And then
me too.
I'm going to look for, you know, how in every single tavern in this kind of scenario, there's someone at a table who's doing the knife trick with the hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm looking for right now. I want to look for them, and I'm throwing what I have left over after I get the room. I'm throwing the coppers I have left on the table and saying, I got next.
All right. Okay, let's start with that. So, I mean, you definitely find like this is a, you know, like this is a Weenie Hut Jr. here. This is, you know, Salted Platoon. This is a pretty serious place here. So you go over there and you find him. Let's say he is a. Oh, no, hold on. Hold on. It's a she, and she is a Westerner. So she's sitting here, doing the knife trick. Seeing you approach, he looks up to you and says, a guppy. All right, what are you trying to play?
Oh yeah, I'm here to play.
All right, so above table, the name of the game is, can you beat her dexterity checks in this game? All right, so
Woo, here we go.
all right, so a best of 3. How much are you wagering?
I'll wager my pinky finger against that knife.
Ooh. All right, so if you roll less than 10, you take a point of damage. If you roll a nat 1, you lose a digit.
Yep.
All right, so roll the dexterity check. She has a +4.
Let's see some cool stuff. Nat 20.
Yeah, right.
Let's do it. Bring it home, Seabass.
Don't want to call you four finger, man.
Okay, you take a point of damage as you begin to go, but as you begin to speed up, you kind of cut the side of your finger. Just a +4 to this. See what she rolls. Oof. As she does it, she just back and forth, and she is not stopping. Please roll again. It's best 2 out of 3. So. Okay.
There we go.
There it is.
That'll do it. +4.
Oh,
And that's a nat 20, baby.
That's
Nat
brutal.
20.
you came to her
That is
table.
100% brutal.
And because that's 2 wins out of 3, goes through and she says, "Listen up, Buttercup. This is what they call the big pool. This is the kiddie pool where you're from. This is the filthy sea. Listen here. The first time's free. The next time I won't be so nice. Get out of here." She motions you to flee. She smiles at you.
And I just grimace and take my point of damage and walk. Walk of shame.
with his pride and
Yep. At least I still got my digits.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
know.
you did claim a finger. But seeing that you're new and also you think being a friend of Gone definitely probably saved you, because if you were just a random smudge, she probably would take your finger. That being said, it is 8 o'clock. Did anybody else do anything else? Is this happening? Linda at work, or are you just heading into bed to get some sleep?
Seeing as we were just captive and probably in really rough conditions, I guess I'm
Yes.
tired. So yeah, that bed is like sweet, sweet relief.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Finding a bath and a room. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
definitely
if-
have.
if we-
They definitely have like tubs that they can fill with hot water for you. They have the technology, and they definitely do. So it's best seeing you're in rough shape. You know, they do the Depravity Acts here. They're definitely cleaning supplies and things like that. So yeah, they definitely give you a large tub that you can get into and clean yourself effectively. They would ask as well too, if you want them to clean your clothes, that's an additional copper piece. Unless you want to get new clothes.
I would probably, after I'm done taking my bath, just wash my clothes right in there.
Hey,
With her,
listen,
yeah.
hey, that's smart.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that's what they offer. You know, so you definitely can, of course. And then the bath is just complimentary. That's not that big. Now, depending on how hot it is, depending on how much they like you as people. So they don't really know you that well, so the water isn't very hot. It's just mild. Room temperature
Nice.
at best. Yeah, but it is clean water. So, is anybody else doing anything else tonight before we, I guess, sim forward to the next day? All right. So first things first, I will say that Disco, you get 50 experience points for attempting to do that game. Good stuff there. Get the prize there because you did indeed do a risky play, because she could have indeed took your finger. So there were some risks there. You little experience points. And then we sim to the next day. And as we do so, Gone, Asim, Okoye, Disco, Linda, O'Work, and where's everybody? Yes, Antonella. As you all wake up in the morning, Asim, give me a charisma check.
Doing real good at these ones today.
You'll be fine.
There you
As
go.
you attempt to open your eyes, you see that same image of the clown mask clouds your vision. And as you do so, the mask is like right here to your face, and that is all you can see. And as you begin to move, somehow you have no motor control over your body. As the mask gets closer and closer and closer, and it begins to envelop your face. And as it begins to almost like seemingly enlocking your face, you shrug out this effect, and you open your eyes again, and you do not see the mask anymore.
I think he would be half crawled up the fucking wall, having like once he could move, just boom, and just half crawled up the wall, like breathing heavy, sweating, trying to understand what the hell was going on. And I'm sure freaking the hell out of Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra probably would wake up a little bit early, but seeing you just doof against the wall, she would come upstairs and say, everything okay in there?
Like through heavy breath. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will be.
You need a minute?
And
She
he's
looks at you,
he's literally looking around at this point, trying to see where, in his haste to drop his gear, where his bow and arrow is.
His bow, like any good knave, is right under your pillow.
Yeah, just holding it, like you can hear the wood creaking as he's gripping it, and is just breathing heavy, like. And he'll just, it's Sandra, it's okay, just I'll be okay, and just
she opens the
fucking
door,
flies through to get dressed like he.
And
needs
as she
to...
opens the door to enter and just to check on you, you see that as she opened the door, on her face is also a mask.
He'd knock an arrow. Seeing it, he'd knock a fucking arrow.
And
He
she
wouldn't
says, "What's
fire
wrong?"
it. He just knock it.
Yeah. She's like, "What's wrong?" And the mask is still on her face.
He'd start trying to blink it away, like knowing that there was this whole thing that's been kind of going on. He'd start trying to blink it away, and then he just, who are you? Who are you?
Sandra. We spent last night together.
And still just
What's going on?
Constantly trying to blink, like he's heavily blinking, trying to get
And as
this.
you're blinking, the mask does not fade.
But she's talking normal, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
she's
just
talking
the mask,
normal.
but she's talking
like
normal.
she sounds like very similar to the Sandra that was that shared the bed with you last night.
He would he'd start just backing up. He wouldn't let go of the arrow, but he'd start backing up.
Gone,
just backing up from the mask.
Being in the next room, you definitely hear some of this for sure.
Yeah, gonna get up, just in his whatever his underwear is. He might be just stark naked, just coming out.
Probably naked.
Yeah, naked. Pushes the door open. He's naked. He throws on his gambeson, or at least loosely over him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got his bare legs underneath, barefoot. Comes out. He's like, "What the hell's going on?"
As you see Gon's face, he's also wearing a mask.
Yeah, and he fills in the doorway as he steps in, tries to get in front of Sandra.
Arrow swings over towards him, like bouncing between the two of them, like, and he just all of a sudden like aggressively will shout, "Why are you wearing Nari masks?"
Hold on.
Everybody else hears that as well now. You guys can intercede if you like to as well.
There's
definitely gonna peek out. I am very curious. This woke me up. I'm gonna go look. What the fuck is going on?
Grabbing the club and going to work.
As you guys also come over there, like like the kid that sees it, the parents like, "What's going on in that room?" It's like that's what's going on in there.
Can I move away?
You see Gon, his hands are up, and the gambeson's open, so everything is just. He's like, "I've got nothing. You know who I am, Asim. Do you trust me?"
All of them are wearing masks. All of them.
Is there like a roll or something? Because if I'm hearing so the thing is I've not heard them speak, like the Nari speak. Mm-hmm. They've just moved. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing people that I know.
Yes.
Their voice.
Yes.
So
this is your interpretation. This is what would
he would be backing himself up into a corner, and he would not let the bow is knocked, just sitting there, arrow knocked, bronze arrow knocked, just pointing at you, like, and he's screaming, "Why are you," like, just constantly over and over again, "Why are you wearing Nari mask? What is going on?"
I'm gonna put my hands up, and I'm gonna move towards it. I'm gonna say, "Touch my face. There's nothing there. Just
if it starts moving towards me, he lets loose.
I actually call out.
Unfortunately, given you guys don't know what happened, but if it starts coming straight up towards me, like, to be fair,
I assume you do the hand. Sorry, Linda. Gone. I assume you see this guy saying, "Listen, we come in peace." You're like, okay.
Well, I mean, if he goes and knocks it, I'll try to intercept if that's the case, but I don't know.
Yeah. That's true. Linda, what are you doing? Sorry, go ahead.
What I would do is I would call out, "I don't even know what a Nari mask is or what you're saying. None of us are wearing masks."
And he's just freaking. Yes, you're. Why are you wearing what is going on? And he's just sitting there, bow.
Well, you're sounding very paranoid right now. I don't know what masks you're talking about. We're not wearing any masks.
How much Tashimi mushrooms?
If we're trying to take something off, what does he see? Does he see our hand touch the mask or go through it?
So as you see them, obviously touch the mask, interact with it. As they interact with it, it looks like they're just touching the mask. It doesn't look like it's going through it to you. It looks as if they're just interacting with the mask, and the mask will be turning as they're like doing this to the mask. The mask is just turning,
spinning.
No, like if they were trying to take off the mask, and they were trying to take it off, the mask just goes up and down as if they were just taking it off, like it was real.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like they're just going through it. It's like they're just like, yeah, if there's no mask on our face, so like it's like someone, it's like being in Halloween and the kid's saying, "I'm not wearing my mask," and they're just doing this.
Yeah.
This with the mask, like this, but it's still there, and it seems very real. So what shall you do, sir?
So he just again screamed, Why are you wearing it? If you're not wearing it, get back up, get out.
Yeah.
And just
Okay.
fucking
And I'm going
freaking
back to my room.
Yeah,
Not even kidding. Going back
backing
to my
up,
room.
slamming
I'm
the
out.
door. Hopefully, like as the arrow comes, just
and then let's loose. as the door slams, just,
like,
It's like, all right.
On the way out, you just hear me going, "Oh, weirdo."
and he's if everybody does leave, he's gonna crumple in the corner and just like blinking heavy, trying to understand what. I don't know if he would understand what's going on per se, but just
give me another charisma check
okay.
as you begin to.
It's never too early for me. It's never too early for me. And I'm just gonna go dance over in the corner until someone feeds my needs for me.
As you roll your 15, the party begins to resettle back after that crazy happenstance. You see the mask appear, and then as you kind of blink again, you see that you're mentally transported into this dark-looking chamber. There's a variety of strange obelisk-like stones in the center of this dark kind of chamber here. And is underneath these obelisks is a strange patchwork of drawings drawn on the bare stone itself underneath these obelisks in a strange pattern. It looks very similar to the face of a jester. And as you are in this room here, you see that you are laid on a bed of stone. And like earlier, you don't seem to be able to move. And you see a figure walk closer to you, and this figure is masked. This figure here, it looks definitely male, has the build of a male. Not super tall, not super short either, but like 5'10"-ish.
Does it look familiar at all?
Roll a wisdom check. Let's see if it seems familiar to you. It looks very familiar to you. Like the guy that could have been shot by you.
Yep.
Very similar.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Okay. And as you're on this table here, do you struggle or do you just lay there as he walks over to you?
Well, if I can't move, I would try to move, obviously, but if I can't move, I think the aggression would start to build again, and he would just scream out, "What do you want?"
And as you begin to scream out there, you see this figure walks over to you. And as you move, you see that you can't really move at all. You can just almost like vibrate, like this. Like you're this figure here cups your face with one hand, and in his gloved hands, and he kind of wipes the sweat and spit from your face that you're screaming out, what's wrong, like this. And then as he does so, he has a mask in his hand, and he puts it over your face, and then you wake up.
And am I just now still standing in the corner of the room?
You are on the ground.
Okay.
You collapsed.
Nobody in the room though with me, right?
Nope.
Yeah, we left your ass. We left you.
100%. I damn well.
Yep.
He would. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I think he would at that point. Like he would be sitting there for a minute, like trying to understand what is going on. He'd be sitting like rocking back and forth, like almost pounding his fist on the wall, like feeling that aggression that he had, trying to subside that aggression. And I think it would probably take him a good amount of time to try to mentally process this. So
while he's trying to process this, let's let him sit for a bit. Everyone else gone. An associate of yours seemingly has gone to at least a manic episode at the very least. And what do you do, and what does everybody else do as this is happening? Koye definitely he doesn't come out. He's hammered. It's early in the morning. He's not getting up like 4.
Well, Gon, I mean, Asim is his own man, and but Gon has a suspicion it has to do with the Nari. He doesn't want to get into a whole lot right now. He's still recovering from his wounds, so he'll probably make his way to the governor's, maybe to get some more information. He'll grease some wheels if he has to, but he wants to see what happened basically as a follow up.
Do you tell the other members of your brothers and sisters, or you just go yourself?
Yeah, he's just gonna jam out and leave them to their own thing. He just doesn't feel that he wants to complicate stuff, bring new faces.
Makes sense.
And you know, you
stuff.
don't want to get people involved.
They don't have to.
Yeah.
Yep.
So while you're doing that, I'm gonna cut over to a work, Linda, and Disco. You seen one of your saviors have a manic episode at the very least. What are you all doing in the Filthy Seal? The Filthy Seal is very dead in the morning because it doesn't open up till like 2:30 because they're criminals. Criminals don't do well in the morning.
Yeah, I would definitely be asking you guys, like, what do you think about that? I mean, he seemed absolutely certain we were wearing some sort of masks and whatnot.
Yeah, this is a little much right now. I don't know what to make of it. I definitely think we can't really count on his help to go and kill some goblins.
Right.
What
Not
time
at
is
the
it right
moment.
now? Had we set like a meeting to go to the blacksmith or anything?
Not a meeting per se, but it's about 6, 7 a.m. in the morning, and Blacksmith is definitely open at this point. If you wanted to go, you think
They're already open?
Yep, 6, 7 a.m. Getting there, getting everything prepped and ready to go. You know.
Yeah, we could definitely go there and talk.
So we can go ourselves, but I'd also like to have a look at the Explorers Guild, seeing as that's my profession. If I could have a look-see down there, maybe we
Okay.
can find some other tasks to do at the same time in the vicinity.
Okay. So you three are all going to the blacksmith and then to the sports guild. That's what it sounds like. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right.
All right. So let's handle that. You guys go over to Otpan's Forge and let me give you a little description of what that is. Hold on. Pull out my handy dandy notebook here. The smithy, and it's a pretty large building here. The smithy's was a hot, noisy place filled with the sound of hammers ringing against anvils and the bright glow of molten metal. It is on the edge of the village, a place where weapons and tools are repaired and forged. The smith himself is a southerner. He's a skilled craftsman, arms, corded, and muscles, and gears of wielding his hammer. His name's Okpan. His name is his forge. You see that with Okoye not being here, he's very friendly. He's covered in scars and bruises and things like that, but he looks every bit of what a blacksmith looks like. As you enter, he waves over and says, "Greetings, welcome to my forge. Can I get you any tools, any tongs, maybe a hoe or anything like that? How can I assist you today?"
Well, sir, we're new in the area, and I actually am a blacksmith by trade as well. Don't know if you have any excess work that you need any help with, or any just,
Absolutely,
finishing.
he says. He looks at
Okay.
you and he says, absolutely. Can you? And he says, and you see he's working some metal here, and he kind of throws you the hammer and says,
Yeah.
work this for a bit and let me see how well you can do. And he
All
literally
right.
just throws you, not like Thor, but he just tosses you the hammer. He doesn't like, hey, here,
Yes.
shoot, just throw you the
Catch
just
this.
killing you. His Thor kills you in the window, but he tosses you the hammer and he opens up the counter for you to come in and says, all right, and work that metal and give me a strength check as you do and an intelligence check at advantage. Let's see how well you do. And then as you're working that metal, he looks over at work and Disco. What are you looking for exactly? I know you're new, but
Something ranged. I have no HP.
he looks at you and he says, maybe like a sling or something like that. Do you have any money?
Sling or short bow. I don't know. I have 4 copper, so
He
probably
looks at you
can't
and he
get more.
says- He looks at you and he says, let's see here. 4 copper, you say. Okay, how much money do all of you have together? As he looks at you, because a sling is about 5 copper pieces, and a bow is 15 copper pieces.
And they're all like disheveled looking.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got like 2 copper I can throw. So at least the sling.
Okay.
I can throw rocks.
I have 6, so if you need some.
Okay.
No, so I'll take the 1 copper and just grab a sling and find some rocks
All
on
right.
the way.
Yeah, like ammunition is endless. I mean, like it costs weight, but like you don't have to pay for a sling ammunition. It's rocks.
Super.
You know, so you got a sling is a D4 weapon. It's 1 slot, 1-handed, and 3 quality. All that jazz. So he looks. Let me see here, and roll me another intelligence check.
Okay.
Linda. Let's see how well you do there. Okay.
Nice.
As you work the metal very well, he looks at you and smiles and says, "You're pretty skilled with that hammer. I could use somebody that can at least help prep metals for me to be worked into finely tuned tools. Because you're a skilled worker, I can pay you about, let's say, give me a charisma check."
Charisma, okay.
He says, "I can pay you about 7 coppers a day in the beginning, and if you do well, I can pay you more. But right now, I'm not sure if this is just a fluke or if you really are good as you say." Is that piece there?
7 seems a little low.
He looks at you and says, "Well, you know, you are at best an apprentice at this point. It's fine work for an apprentice, but it's not the finest work. You see some of the tools he has in his forge seem a little higher quality. But he says, if you do work with me, I can teach you the skills of my trade, and I can assure you that you can anything that you make on your own, you can sell at your own profit."
Oh. Okay. Sure. I will accept.
And says, "Well, for every day you work here is 7 copper pieces. Above table, every day you work here, you'll basically roll for your blacksmithing to see how well you do. Depending on what you roll, you gain experience points in addition to money. So he would pay you for doing that as well. He would pay you 2 copper pieces for helping work that iron. So you gain 2 copper pieces, and because copper is also experience points, you also gain 2 experience points as well."
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, when we started, we were mopping floors and doing.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's,
2, 3, 4, 5 copper at a time.
you'll get
Okay.
there. Though. Couple
Nice.
sessions.
Got to build relations. So he looks over and he says, "So I've never seen too many Northerners here. You guys related?"
I mean, we are all one tribe.
He looks at you and says, "Yeah, you guys do that, right? You guys are like wolf fuckers or something, right? Is that true?"
The level of
I mean,
ignorance
my
of this town is
ex was
astounding.
gnarly. I'll give her that.
So Northerners have a very barbaric
Reputation.
reputation. They have a very barbaric reputation. Not sure if it's
Really?
true or not, but definitely.
What races? Where's Akpen from?
He's a Southerner,
Oh, Southerners are
xenophobic
xenophobic and racist as hell. So
in general,
Yep.
not
In
all
general.
of them, but he is definitely like ignorant xenophobic. You don't think because he did hire you on, but he's definitely like, you know, just I don't care what you guys do in the bedroom, but like you guys aren't wolf fuckers, are you?
don't bring that around.
So I'm just curious. He's curious. He's like, yo, just be short here, just to satisfy my curiosity. You got little wolves and stuff, right? I have a dog in the back to make sure he's safe. To make sure he's, you know, look up my dog.
Don't
But
worry, my good sir, your dog is too small.
he looks and says, "I am glad to hear that."
But your wife.
But he looks over and he says, "But yes, and your name is?" He looks over at Linda because he didn't get her name.
Linda.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Linda. Hopefully, we have a very fruitful business relationship.
Nice to meet you as well.
And he says, "Are you free today? I can, if you want to work today, you can. Of course, I can use the help." As he looks at you,
We do have a bit of a task that we're supposed to take care of, but then I could work after that. I don't know. Do you have any sort of extra tools that maybe just didn't quite work out right that you wouldn't be willing to sell to the public but that I could possibly just carry with me?
he looks at you and he says, "Give me a charisma check. This is gonna be pretty difficult because he just met you, but it is possible." A 17. He looks at you and he says, "Okay, I'm not supposed to do this, but seeing as this is a give and take relationship here, I can throw you." He looks over, and he pulls out a cudgel, and it looks like a metal stick that's half bent. It doesn't look very good, but it is a functional cudgel.
Okay.
It has it's a D6 damage, one slot, one-handed, and it's only one quality, which means that if you nat one with it and you hit, it will explode and not be a cudgel anymore. So don't nat one with it.
Got it.
All right.
It's like that's no one's intending to.
Exactly. Well, if I could.
Yeah,
That being said,
it's a feature, not a bug. Exploding cudgels.
It's like, but he looks and says, "Well, hopefully you're back soon. If you want to get a full day's pay, try to be back at least within 2 hours. If not, I'll do partial pay."
Sounds good. Sounds fair.
He nods and says, "May your journey be filled with warm sands." And he turns. And he goes back to work. Don't David over here. I see you.
I like the music.
Okay, sorry. It is very good. But anyway, so as you guys are in the blacksmith and leaving, where else are you going to next? It's been about an hour as you work the metal and talk to him and all that stuff. It's about 12-ish.
We should perhaps go back and check on our friend that was having a rough go of things.
Yeah, that was more time than I expected. Let's go back and see if he is seeing clearly.
All right. As you go back, let's cut to Gone. So you are going to the mayor's office. Of course you can. The guard captain. There isn't a massive swath of people in front of the mayor's house for like basically the massacre that happened 2 days ago, or no, like a week ago at this point. It's been like a damn near week. So it's about a couple people still protesting, but isn't very much. As the guard captain sees you, he says, "Come in, Northerner," and he says, "What did you want exactly?" As he looks at you.
I'd like to speak to the governor if he'd give me an audience.
He is inconvenienced at this moment. He's recovering from some wounds. He'll be unable to speak to people in a public sense for the next at least week.
This is personal, unless somebody can speak in his stead. I want a little bit of information about the Nari.
Well, I could answer that to the best of my abilities. What are you looking for?
What happened? I hear it was a slaughter, but what about the Nari themselves?
Roll a charisma check at advantage.
Woo!
Big rolls.
23. With the 23, seeing that one, you gave good information and it held true. 1, 2, that you're a warrior yourself. 3, that your reputation has improved in the city of Zardri. He will look at you and say, "There are much more. There's a lot more of them than what we imagined. They have somehow dug out a cavern system in the forest and we traveled at least 2 to 3 miles underground, and we were attacked by all manner of these people in the pit of darkness, being able to see somehow in dead of night and attack us or be controlled or something. These people were twisted, sick. We had to have killed at least 15 of them, and it was more. I mean, it was incredible. And then we encountered the one that had a mask a lot different than the rest of them, but he had some strange shard-like power that even put the mayor's power to shame. And we lost many men that day, and we were forced to retreat. We saw at least. Hold on. 1 second, let me roll this.
Yep.
160 of them.
160 men living in squalor like that. Were you there?
Yes, I was there.
Did you see that normal weapons did not kill them? Mortal wounds, they could
Yes.
survive?
They were able to shrug off mortal wounds as if they were nothing, or at least able to move on after taking them. I stabbed one straight through the heart. His heart was on the end of the spear. I went through his chest, and he still came after me. I had to move him off of my shield.
Seems like hacking their heads off is the only way to really take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
What about this shard power? Did you see it in action? What is it?
He looks and he says, I've never seen a person have a shard outside of the governor myself, but if I had to guess, I think this person has to at least have 2. And that's why he's so powerful. Because I've never seen a person that strong before. I mean, this man was maybe 5'10", and he was picking up and throwing grown men like children.
So what's the plan, Captain? Do we wait for reinforcements from the mainland?
We sent out a ship to get reinforcements from the mainland, and he says they won't be here for at least 2 to 3 months.
And then what happens in the meantime? They slaughtered people in the street openly.
We have to launch a counteroffensive and either seal in that hole, which they may have more, or set up some kind of countermeasure. Right now, the mayor is working on that as we speak. He is just indisposed at this point as he looks at you.
Your mayor, your chief, is cocky. He should not have gone, like I told you.
He looks at you. Give me a charisma check. This is one slide. Give me a charisma check.
God doesn't give a goddamn. They met and warned him.
He looks and says, "Listen, I'm not sure if you've ever seen a shard bear before. All of them are cocky. I think it just comes from them being shard bearers, honestly speaking."
Well, now we know at least what the man's capable of. Now, I have some companions and I have some resources. I may be able to help. But he smiles that black tooth smile. But my services aren't cheap.
He looks at you and says, "What exactly do you think you can do that we can't?"
Plenty. I wouldn't go headstrong like
he steps
a bunch of
closer
men
and
did.
he says, "Oh yeah, so we're gonna do go ride a wolf. I don't see any wargs around here, and it's a tunnel. You can't ride your wolves down there.
Of course not.
What's some northern scum like you gonna do?"
Use my wits. Unlike the southerners, clearly, you run in headlong with your gold and your money flashing like you own this world. Finally, someone knocks you on your ass, puts you in your place.
We're born of iron. We should inherit this world.
Iron rusts. I'm from the first kingdom of men. Batar was my great-great-great-great-grandfather. Don't tell me about
He rolls his eyes.
clear bloodline, you southern bastard.
He looks and he says, "Well, the governor's indisposed right now. You may be making a name for yourself. That doesn't mean that you think you're the king of this castle.
I didn't
I
say
suggest
that.
I suggest that you leave before you are, let's say, commit a crime. That would be hard for questioning." And he looks at you intimidatingly. He doesn't seem in a very
Well, Gon's.
talkative mood.
I'm assuming they took his weapon, so he's not. He's not
Yes,
gonna
they
put that-
definitely, they definitely took, yeah.
It's like
Yeah, but he definitely says you
What
might
a-
want to leave before you commit a crime.
I understand, but he'll step back and he's like, "But you know where to find me," and spins on his heel to leave.
All right, and as you leave, we're gonna come back to Party B as you go upstairs and now Asim, were you just chilling in there? Because it's been about at this point like an hour and a half. Did you go
No, I
downstairs?
think I think if he would have taken, a good 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes just to collect himself, gotten dressed, and then slowly went downstairs to see if with any knowing that they're what they do and that there's just kind of people randomly walking around, if he saw that on anybody else after that point.
You do not see any mask on any people at this point.
Okay. Then he probably would have went and got something to eat. He also would have went up to Sandra, and he honestly would have been like,
She smacks you in the face, or attempts to.
I don't know if he'd move. I think he'd let it happen.
So I deserve that one.
Yeah, like legit.
Yes.
That's in his head. He's like, yep, like that one was entirely called for. And he'll just put his
Okay.
head down and turn and like walk away.
And she says, "Yeah, hopefully you find out about those Nari so they can share your bed tonight because it won't be me." And she goes to bartend.
Yep.
Continuing forward. And as it
And then he'll
happens-
just
But
I would say he'll look around to see if he sees any of the other, if he sees Gon, if he sees Okoye, if he see anybody that he.
so you definitely see, as you look around, you see your three previous companions from yesterday enter into this tower here. Okoye comes down, he falls down the steps, picks himself back up. He's had a long night. He looks very tired. As he comes down, he sits in a bar. You see your three companions enter, and what do you guys say? As you see your manic-induced ally.
And you see him now, like as he notices you walk in, you see him standing straight up, standing tall, bow over his shoulder, fully dressed, quiver, knocked up, just like nothing ever happened.
So I'd probably
I
walk
do-
right up
I
to
do
you and be
ask,
like, "So
anything?"
craziness past?"
We come in peace.
Do you
He just
see my
laughs.
face?
I do. Kind of an ugly face, if you ask me, but I see your face.
I'll
He's
take
fine.
the compliment. Could you explain the situation as to why you were not seeing our faces previously? Because that is rather strange, I'd have to say.
Right?
I wish
A
I could
little
explain that.
unsettling.
I wish I could explain that situation, but I don't know. I can give you at least the start of when that all somewhat started happening. A few nights
That could
ago,
be helpful.
the Nari. Have any of you ever heard of the Nari?
I
Yeah.
believe I did.
To the insane
Nari-
clown posse,
Yeah.
So-
Are
essentially.
what we were originally told was a small gang wearing clown masks that would kill at night. Come to find out, they're a little bit more than just a gang. There's a few more of them than we actually expected. They accosted this place a few nights ago. Killed quite a few people. I managed to shoot one of them in the heart. It didn't actually do anything. He pulled it right out you ever heard of a god shard? Little
Yes.
crystal.
A god shard is a shard. I'm sorry. A god shard is a shard of the fallen creator god. He fell into the earth, supposedly fell and shattered to 1,001 parts. These shards hold wondrous powers that have the power to warp reality at a localized level. Sometimes
Pretty much everybody has technically heard of them. It's just a matter of
each culture has their own kind of origin.
Common legends among every tribe as
Exactly.
to why people have power and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah.
exactly. The arrow didn't do anything to him. He pulled it out like it was nothing and then held up a shard. Ever since then, occasionally, things go a little weird.
That's a euphemism if I heard one.
So somehow got into your mind or head in some sort of way. I wonder if there's any sort of somebody that would know anything about being able to possibly like remove that memory, so maybe that wouldn't keep happening.
Never heard of somebody who could get rid of memories. I mean, easiest way is to kill somebody, but I sure as hell won't let you do that to me.
Or we could just keep feeding you mead until you just forget everything. I mean, there's always that.
Guess I've never tried that before. But we have a job to do. Did you already make it to the blacksmith this morning?
Yes,
we've bought some
I hold
mighty
up
weapons.
my ugly-looking cudgel. I have a new employer.
It's like a
I have a sling. I'm ready for action.
This is gonna be a Koye. Damn it! As he's like
Armed
ass,
to the teeth.
and I imagine I say it, and he's like half passed out on the table, just like,
Dude,
Huh?
he came downstairs. He came downstairs, fell down, got pulled over here,
Yeah.
and now he's on a booth here with some stale bread,
Yep.
and some water.
well, I guess that's just more gold or more copper for us. So
No,
Are we
fuck
ready?
you. I'm coming. Give me a second.
Everything is an opportunity. Let's go.
No, I'm coming. Hold on. Give me.
and you guys, he's not even trying to hide the fact that he's just now skimming over the conversation, like pushing it to the.
It's like, so money.
Yep.
And Okoye would stand up here and he'd say, all right. Where's that little Easterner girl? Where the fuck is she at? I thought she was
Starts
with you.
just
But
looking
the
around.
useless one?
Oh yeah, the useless one. Yeah, the Easterner girl. Yeah. What-
Who cares?
Oh well, fuck it. Who cares, right? All right. He says, well, I'm gonna get some money. I spent like 50 copper that night. I need more money. Oh yeah.
50 coppers.
You know that Tashimi mushroom is actually fairly cheap. It's only about 5 copper a go, and to spend 50 copper on Tashimi mushrooms, depravity actions, and that is pretty insane. He was at a pretty wild night. So it says, where's Gon at? And Gon, you would enter the scene at this point.
speak of the devil, and the devil arrives.
Did you go see your other sisters as well too, and get the other Northerners that have been here somehow? He looks over at you.
No. I had some
Okay, why do you
business
look
with
so
the
somber?
governor. Needed to see exactly what happened. I got the scoop. We can talk later.
Let's talk now. What if you die? What happened?
Well, almost all the men died. 30 out of how many did he say was the original?
30.
So 30 went, only 5 came back. So
Okay.
25 died.
Yeah.
25 died. The Nari are held up in a network of tunnels underground. They counted as many as 160 of these bastards.
He says 160?
160.
160 people?
At least that they saw.
Man, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that job. You couldn't pay me enough. 160 people? That's a small army.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm not paying that. You can pay me for that shit.
Yeah.
I have a spear.
The problem is, what do we do in the streets at night? I mean, we can be held up at the Filthy Seal, but these guys walking the streets, murdering people left and right, it's only a matter of time.
Man, listen, we roam together. A group that stays together plays together or something, right? Isn't that how that goes?
But even more so, the leader is a shard bearer. It's confirmed by the guard captain. Potentially 2. Said he had the strength of 10 men. He was tossing people like sacks of potatoes.
Tossing people? You can't even do that.
Well, I might throw you. I've just never tried.
I can't necessarily say that one surprises me, taking an arrow to the heart the way he did. And
yeah, I seen that. I didn't think he was. Okay, a side note. We're not doing that, right? 'Cause I don't want to do that. Above table, you think that Okoye does not want to go down there into the barren holes and fight 160 potentially undead-looking things in the dark?
Not in the state we're in. I do think he looks to Disco, Linda, and Alwork. I do think if you guys are interested in more work, hunting down a shard bearer is...
Absolutely. Yeah.
We make legends of ourselves, but it is extremely dangerous. I don't think we're ready either.
Need to work some other things.
But you can see the gleam in my eyes. Oh my god, I do definitely want to do this eventually. Like a shard. Yes. Oh fuck yes.
And you guys know as well that shards are
the height of exploration.
Absolutely. You know, shards are the only way that people access, like, air quotation, magical abilities. And if this is true, and this is a magical ability he has, then this shard bearer has brought 168 people under his subjugation. At the very least.
By whatever means. I do think we need to learn a little bit more. Maybe the Ministry of Shardry will know, but for now, I think we gather resources. I still want to rest. I'm not fully recovered from my wounds.
You did gain your con modifier in HP.
I'm still...
Yeah, you're not even...
I have 18 HP, but
that's
I got some ways to go. I'd rather sleep it off.
All right, so...
Well, it's okay. We have a little job that Rodrigo offered to this little group here, at least for today. Shouldn't take too long.
Well, they're a part of our group now. Should we?
Yes.
There's 6 of us now. 5 of us. 6. Okoye, I don't know if we count him, but...
What did you say? I took 6... He looked at you and said, what do you say? Little damn goblins for you. I helped kill fucking bandits. I'm part of this anybody.
All I know is you keep taking some of my damn coin, and you just...
Welcome to the group, Gone. I'm a part of the group too, as he looks at you. Nice to be here. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We should think of a name, though.
A name? Ooh, I like names. Okoye says, you got any ideas?
Well, I don't know. I don't know, but we can think about it.
I can't read, so I can't spell the name, but I can think of names.
We can think away. Yeah, I think you guys should definitely find work. That's the smart thing. Gather your resources, get into some decent clothes. I'm going to spend...
You're sick, but I'm not sick. I can fight. I'm ready to make some money.
You guys do it. I'll stay in town. I want to get a little bit more information about this whole situation, and once I'm rested up, maybe another day, it'll be good. You don't need another person splitting your coin in the group.
He smiles and says, all right, well, go and get your beauty sleep, and I'll show you how a southerner gets it done. I don't think you're so damn tough. Let's see how we get it done.
I believe in you.
And he looks over at his seam. That right, blood artist Bowman. Look at you, art man.
Spinning the arrow through his finger. I'm ready to go make something bloody.
All right. He looks at the rest of the party over here.
God just walks away. Oh god.
Cringe. The trend. So why that trend is because, like, he says he's an artist an entertainer, artist of death or something like that, and he does that all the time. So,
yeah. Well, we asked him, like, what is your profession? He's like, I'm an artist of sorts. What about the bow? I call it art. And then he gets 3 nat 20s in a row. And we're like, all right, I guess you are.
Like, I guess that's their art. That's your art thing. So it makes sense. But
It worked.
it works.
He
The
made it
dice
out
told the
bad.
story.
He
Yeah.
brought it home. So you know that finding goblins is exceptionally easy to do. Just go outside of town and just yell long enough, and you'll find them. Is that what you guys want to do? You guys
We'll just follow the road out to the northeast. I'm sure we'll find them at some point.
They
They're
are
not hard to
dangerous. They're easy to find, but they may kill you. And so I wouldn't just.
True. So it becomes okay, so let's say you guys are gone to the northeast, right? You're at a pretty prime location here. What do you guys want to do? And I'll drop you guys on a map.
Keep your eyes open as we go. They can be a little bit shifty.
Let's just do let's just do this map here. Let's do the old faithful here. So I'll do this here. And did you guys buy anything while you were in town? Anything you wanted to use at all? Here's an item list right here. So
I think they're broke as a joke.
Yeah, I am out of money, man.
I mean, they're broke. They're broke, but Asim and Akwe isn't broke at all. They're not broke. That's what I'm saying. Did you want to buy anything? Because Okoye would buy an extra spear, one, and he would buy some brigadine. He would sell his gambeson, getting that AC up now.
Dang.
Popping the AC, huh?
Broke now though.
Yeah, those are
500
expensive.
Broke is a joke.
500 go beat, but hey, he didn't spend any of the money. He's 500. He spends it. He pops it down.
Right.
Agpon smacks him on the head and say, "I think you pay me back."
I would actually before he sold the gambeson, I would look at Akeem, or I'd look at Okoye. If you're gonna sell your armor, I know it's used. Would you give it to me at just a slight discount? Say
30 copper pieces. 30 copper pieces.
Sounds good. I will do that.
He shakes on it and says,
And I'll give him the 30 copper immediately.
That's a sweet
and
deal.
then because he needs that to cover the full price of the the brigandine. He needs to cover
There's
the
no
so-
negotiating in that one. He's like, that's just it.
Yeah, done.
30 copper pieces.
Done. Here you go.
So you get that, and in the Koye, you feel as if he's very broke.
I think just to have it, to be able to have a few things, knowing, kind of hearing a little bit of that story of having an explorer and having a soldier, I would pick up a bag of caltrops.
Okay.
Just to have as sort of like a, something to use for a trap.
Mm-hmm.
And I will make sure I do the math on this whole thing.
Yeah, is that price? Unless you want to haggle, that's just tedious.
No, I think for some of this stuff he wouldn't haggle. He just do it.
Okay.
Saw. Set a little dice shovel. We have shovel. Oh no,
Yes.
you have that though, right?
Yeah, I have the shovel on me. If you guys want the shovel, you can have the shovel, the rope, and I have a net that I'm willing to part.
Okoye would hold on to the shovel and the net.
Okay.
Because he has item slots, so he has the shovel.
Okay. And I'll take the rope just to have it. And then I would also pick up. Where did it go? Just because I'm curious, I think I'd pick up 2 sets of nails to see if somebody comes up with anything kind of cool with that. So I'd pick up 24 total nails.
Do you want to get a saw? So you can. I'm not sure if a saw is in here. Yeah, a saw. You want to get a saw?
Oh yeah, I'll get a saw too.
Yeah, because the whole dagger thing is not really good. Not very good.
Not working. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So
The
another
shovel and the
20.
saw, we can set some traps, definitely.
right.
Yep. And then yeah, I'll just as I come back out from picking all that stuff up. I've grabbed a few things in case any of you would like to try and set some traps. I know facing him head on is not always the good idea, and he'll pull out the saw and the nails and the rope, and then you'll show you the net and the caltrops.
But speaking of head on, the nails, how would they look perhaps on this club?
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, right? If you have I'm not sure if there's a carpenter here. Is there a? If you see a carpenter and pay for him to, because if you just hammer nails to a board, unproperly, it will just break the club, right? As a carpenter, I know that if you hammer nails to awkwardly, it's gonna break when you hit something. But if you found a way to, or if you were a carpenter, you could probably skillfully do it. If you aren't, you can make a club. But as soon as you hit something, it's gonna explode, essentially.
More exploding weapons.
Yeah, so you get one shot, basically. You get one shot.
But it's a good one.
And you better make sure that you kill them and it doesn't kill you.
Right.
Because if it's exploding, what way is it going?
Right. So you can do that as far as that, and you'll get a bonus to your damage roll. It's just that you only have you only have a certain number of item slots and number of clubs you can just summon at will. So it's a good idea. It may work, but you can't do that. I'm not saying you can or can't. I'm that you should or shouldn't. I'm just giving you what that entails, the full disclosure point. So I will say, let me actually I keep forgetting to move together. Let me copy paste this. Gone, you're sitting this one out for a bit, and let me move over. Also, Waylon's daughter is gone. Antonella, you somewhere you know where she's at. To it seems
she ran away.
She's in the river.
She's in the.
She's still in the river cleaning off.
Yep.
Yeah, she's in the river. Let me copy and paste you guys here. Paste and 1 second. Here we go. All right, can everybody see?
Yep.
All right, so you guys have free reign here, but as you have free reign here, we are going to have to cut this session to a close. I know we didn't do any combat here, guys, but next session you guys will be planning for your next encounter with some goblins here. That hopefully you guys don't die from random errant bow attacks, something like that. So we appreciate everybody playing with us, and hopefully you guys have fun. And we'll do a debrief after the session, so stay here. But for everybody watching, we appreciate it. Thank you guys so very much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as we continue the journey of Rodrigo's Gang Plus. So if you like, comment, share, subscribe. We appreciate you guys and gals and all in between. Peace, chicken grease, love, live moss, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See you next week.
Yes, sir.
Peace, y'all.
Hey.